that's real.
It's a big day, Bandidos. The time has come. The day is here. The Reanimated event is live. And that's the trouble we're going to get into today. Are you with me? Let's go. And we're live. What's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday, August 23rd. That's right, it is reset day. So yeah, they reset the servers, reset the vendors, and activated the latest and the last global event, which is Reanimated. And we're excited about this. This is a big event. All right, it's gonna close up season 9 and help us get prepared for season 10, which is right around the corner. So season 10 is supposed to kick off on September 13th. So that's just a couple of weeks from now. And we've already had a peek at some of the cool stuff that's headed down the pipeline and into our already full stash. So yeah, excited and, I don't know, anxious at the same time, right? Okay, so Reanimated event. Let's get on the same page and make sure you understand why this is a really important event. So if you didn't know, just go to your, your main screen here, go into seasons, and along here, you'll see Reanimated events, the last one. So we got 6 days and 15 hours left to farm the heck out of this. So, can you see the details of this thing? I think you can. Let's see here. Toggle event details. So basically, New enemy tech is causing hostiles to reanimate after death. The only way to stop this reanimation is disconnecting their brain with headshots. So opt in and complete challenges to earn rewards. So basically, it's a headshot global event. So the reason why this is my favorite global event out of all of the global events is because there's no real downside. So if you don't kill the enemy with the headshot, they get back up again, but they usually get it back up kind of weaker. But either way, it's not that big of a deal. They're not like powered up or anything like that, like golden bullet. Like if you get hit by an enemy that has a golden bullet, you like insta down, right? So this isn't like that. So you get all the buffs, not them, but they can basically spawn a larger army. So you're encouraged to run headshot builds to prevent that. So as long as you're running headshot builds, then they don't have any buff, but you do. So when you kill the enemy, there's this crazy green cloud of smoke. That green cloud of smoke buffs you and kills them. It's like an oxidizer to them. It's like a healing cloud to you that also gives you weapon handling. And you're already going to be powered up with additional headshot damage. So something you need to know right now, okay, right now, is that you are going into the global event overpowered. So you need to know that right now, because don't waste your time running these all red builds. I mean, you can, but running all these all red builds and then hiding in cover and slowing down your gameplay. Throw on some armor, guys. Get out there, run and gun, use some pistols, some shotguns, some rifles, whatever you want, some strong weapons, because you're gonna have so much power in this. You can be one-shotting named bosses like nothing. Like with 1.8 million armor, you're gonna be one-shotting named bosses, all right? So we're gonna demonstrate that today. So today is a build lab. We're gonna be running the global event while creating some really fun, some of my go-to builds. I run the shit out of this event when it comes on, guys. So like I got 1,000 builds for you. And so we're gonna try to get through as many as we can all week. And I've been showcasing some of the builds last week to help you hopefully farm. So hopefully you're a little bit prepared today. Or this week going into this event so that you can farm this event. So you got challenges. You want to do these challenges. They're going to change every single day, right? And they're pretty easy. So I don't really focus on them. They just kind of get taken down as I go. Okay. And then there's also this rewards track. Okay. So this is an important detail. Earn your rewards, but do not claim them. Okay. It's important that you don't claim your rewards. If you're interested in stocking up for season 10. So season 10 is going to bring us new gear, new named items, and new exotics. So if you earn these and don't claim them, when the event ends, they're automatically going to roll into your mailbox inside your stash. And so to retrieve those, all you got to do is head on over to your stash, slowly but surely, open it up, head on over to mailbox, and they'll be waiting for you here. So all of these caches you see sitting here have come in here through that same method. Basically, I earn them and don't claim them, and they just kind of roll over here. Okay, and then you can open them whenever you want. So what I'm doing, and what you're probably going to do too, is you're going to sit on these until season 10 activates. On day one on season 10, you can open up these caches and possibly get the new exotics. You know, RNG is going to determine whether you get it or not, but you at least have a chance. So you want to increase your odds by getting as many of those exotic caches and named item caches to roll in here as possible. So that's what we're up to. That's why this last event is really important. So you're gonna, again, get these red stars, and then you're gonna open some of them because you know you can only fit so many in your backpack stash. But with the red stars you earn, you can come over to the season vendor and you can buy these named item caches right here, right? So the problem is that we're gonna have like a 2-week gap between when this season ends, when this event ends, and when season 10 starts. So I don't, you know, you're gonna probably open some of these, but some of these you can still save, like maybe save like 10 of them or something like that in your actual stash space here. So save like 10 of them in here, and then and open them as soon as season 10 kicks off. But if you fill your backpack full of named item caches, you're not going to be able to earn any proficiency caches between now and then. Maybe that doesn't bother you, but you're going to be leaking proficiency caches all over the map. So if that doesn't bother you, then fine. Fill up your backpack. There you go. This is the build that you just saw today. This is the build I released today. So anyway, so that's what we're up to. So part of this global event is to farm those named item caches. But also the last part is I know a lot of you are really excited to get your expertise up, and so these global events will help you get your expertise up, because you know once you get past expertise level 10, you're gonna have to start spending exotic components. And then when you get past expertise level 15, it's gonna be really expensive, like 55 exotics per item you're trying to upgrade to level 20. So these events, you know, like if you want to do like Summit Floor 10 or just play the open world and get lots of stars and then go back over there and, you know, buy exotic caches, if that's what you're into, then this is another way to do it. So the other cool thing is that I want to just quickly mention is because this global event is encouraging headshots. Headshots give you more XP, more kill XP, right? And so when you chain kill with headshots, so kill 1, kill 2, kill 3 enemies in a row, you get even more bonus XP. So this event is full of XP. On top of that, what we're going to be doing is because killing is so efficient with these type of builds, we'll be able to not only max out our global difficulty, but we'll be able to actually turn on our dealios here, so all of our directives. You can run all 5 directives, and we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to run all 5 directives. So, and that's because we're going to be running pistol builds and sniper builds. They don't require armor, and they don't even require skills. So, you know, and the skills are nice to have, but so you'll go around and pick up the skills, you know, as components as you get your kills or whatever. So, you know, but you're not overly reliant on them, right? So you can pace your gameplay based around which build that you're running. Now, the Mantis, I got to say, is the most efficient one. And the reason why is because you can have scavenged skills and the Mantis is going to reset your decoy. So that's a really good build to run with this event. But that's not what we're going to start with today. Today, we're probably going to start with the a Cowboy build. So I think that's a really fun one to run because it's really, how would I say, it's like versatile. Like you have 4 weapons at your disposal and the Cowboy builds use all 4. So that's where we're going to start. So let's start getting it together. So for me, for the pistol, you can use a Liberty or the Regulus or a D50 or whatever pistol you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the Regulus as my pistol. Now this isn't my primary weapon, but it's the pistol component. And so that, like I said, we're gonna use all 4 weapons with this one. Now you need a medium range. So you're playing into medium range and long range. So I'm gonna run the 1886 for the medium range. And then for the long range, I'm gonna run, probably the White Death. Yeah, the White Death is a good one. Actually, so I'll rotate those. So medium, long, and then just rotate to short. And then I pretty much go with sharpshooter. So let's go ahead and activate that. And that's to give us more handling for our sniper and also our rifle, but also it's gonna give us the TAC 50. So the TAC 50 is really helpful in this event, guys. Really helpful, not only for range, it gets you up to 85, 90 meters, but also the scope. If you're gonna decide to go no scope on the White Death, then this will add your scope. But the most important is gonna kick off our chest talent, which is gonna be Headhunter. You're gonna be running Headhunter almost all week. I recommend. It's up to you, but I'm gonna be running Headhunter all freaking week. This is what allows you to get that chain killing effect. This is what allows you to turn on 5 directives and not worry about it, because a single bullet is gonna kill your enemies. And the TAC 50 helps with that. The TAC 50 helps with that because it's gonna help you maximize perfect Headhunter off of 1 shot so you can kick off the fight. Now, when we first start, we're not gonna have any ammo, but in a couple of minutes, we'll get ammo and that will be more viable. More possible, whatever you want to say. I actually like running the Memento, so I'm going to keep the Memento. Why not? We're going to be overpowered. So, yeah. So, the Virginian would be good. Okay, so the Virginian would be good, but we have lots of talks about the Virginian. And the, for this setup, if you're going to run Headhunter, 1886 is better. And the reason why is because we're so overpowered that we want to run Preservation. Boomerang gets kind of sort of waysided by Headhunter, because once Headhunter procs, the damage talent on your gun doesn't really make a difference at all. Boomerang or no boomerang, it doesn't matter anymore. So, but Preservation never goes away, or any defensive talent will never go away, no matter how strong your Headhunter build is, right? So we'll be chain killing, and I'll always be getting 20% armor on kill, 20% armor on kill. That allows me to get out of cover. Boomerang will just be basically nullified by Headhunter. So although Boomerang is an amazing talent and the Virginian is one of my favorite guns, the problem is that 1886 is so strong. The base weapon is so strong, you don't really need Boomerang Well, and it pairs up because it pairs up nicely with Headhunter, and who doesn't want a one-shot, one kill? We had a big old stream on this the other day, but this gun with preservation, it has 5 bullets in the mag, and those are 5 kills. That's right, I can get 5 kills with 5 bullets. And so Boomerang isn't really helping me at all, you know? Maybe on the first kill or so, but the problem is that if you're on console, you gotta roll in crit chance, and which is going to cause you to probably roll in crit damage. Not that you have to, but we need. It's nice to have weapon handling on these builds, and so I like having weapon handling. So I usually roll headshot damage because that allows me to pair it up with weapon handling because I don't need room for crits. But try both. Try both. I'll show you. You'll see here in a minute. You'll see here in a minute that we're gonna run to 1886 and we're gonna be plenty strong, hitting over 15 million, and I'm gonna run shitloads of armor. I'm gonna be running armor with this. So let's go ahead and run Punch Drunk. Actually, you can delete that one. And then, so this is a Cowboy build. So this is one that we run a lot. So you can run, I mean, you got lots of options. Let's just go ahead and start with something easy like contractors. There we go. And then let's put on some foxes. Foxes are important because you're running the rifle. So, I mean, you don't have to, but it's a good place to start. Now, if you weren't running the Memento backpack, you could also run the holster, the Dodge City holster, which is kind of fun. You could also run Ninja Bike knee pads. So you do have a lot of options there, but you know, just the Memento, just that bonus armor is a shield for me. It allows me to go a little bit quicker. So, and then down here, you could run, if you want more stability on all your weapons, you can run 20% more stability by running a second piece of D&H. You know, and that allows you to play faster because you're not missing as many shots, or you're able to put out more shots over and over. You can also go Providence. You can also put a second piece of Walker for more damage to armor. None of these are bad choices. They're all perfectly acceptable. But I think probably we'll all start is that D&H, because part of what I want to show you guys is how overpowered you're going to be. You're going to be very overpowered, and I think that's an important thing to understand right away, because it's going to, I think, set the pace for all your builds going forward. So I'm going to armor this up. So let's put on some skills first. So we're going to put on that, and then you do need, you could go with whatever other skill, but I'll go ahead and put a fixer here, actually. We're going to get 20% armor on kill, so this is just going to help us a little bit. So let me change the talent on my weapon here. We're going to reroll everything real quick, and then I'll give you an overview. So if I'm going real fast, don't sweat it. I'm going to go through all of this here. Preservation on all my weapons. Preservation on all my weapons. Yeah, so there's a white death. Okay, and now let's armor. Let's roll some armor, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, we need some currency. We need ceramics, apparently, and electronics. We've been busy. Guys, I really had a lot of fun creating that that mop build yesterday. You know, we tried so many different builds, just kind of toying around with things, and to pair it up with 1.7 million armor, that mop with 1.7 million armor, I mean, we were getting over 3.4 million in total armor with all that bonus armor. Like, we were stacking those trophies. I can't even tell you how high it was. But each trophy was 850,000 in bonus armor, a single trophy. That was a crazy build. We were smashing bosses. So that's the build video I put out this morning. So I definitely hope you check that out. That's really fun. You can actually run it on this build too. I mean, with this event. What I meant. Okay, so let's go. So the mask, gonna roll armor. And then holster, I'm also gonna roll armor. And then gloves, let's go ahead and roll armor on the gloves. And then that's probably enough. That should be put in this at 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. So there's 1.5 million armor, so that's a good balance. I don't want to overkill it. And then headshot damage, and then headshot damage. Cool. And so, you know, you can run this build with crits also. Now, like I said, the reason why I don't is because I'm a console player, and it's really nice to have weapon handling on the console. And the event is going to give you weapon handling too, okay, guys? So the global event will also give you weapon handling. So you're going to be crazy, hitting crazy hard. So I might drop this D&H in the end. So I'm going to make sure I need to bring an alternate because we might have too much weapon handling. So there's lots of weapon handling on this build. One, you're getting the stability from sharpshooter. You're also, there's a secret weapon handling proc that happens in Headhunter that not many people know that's there. But each headshot gets easier and easier. You notice your handling, basically your grip gets tighter as you start stacking your kills. It doesn't say that there anywhere, but from experience, you'll feel that. And then we got 2 pieces D&H, which is giving us 20% stability. That allows us to put out shots faster. And then we got weapon handling basically on every piece. So if we look at our weapon handling, our total weapon handling is at, where'd it go? Right there, 22%, 22.5%. Stability at 67. So we got a lot of weapon handling, but remember, we got some slower reloads. It's also for the reloads, so keep that in mind, right? So it's gonna help us reload faster, 2.2 seconds there. And then our White Death, let's go ahead and put a scope on our White Death. So that's gonna be help us with some long range shots. I'll go ahead and keep accuracy on that, the reload speed there. So, okay, so let's do a very fast rundown on the build because you've all seen this before. It's anyways, sharpshooter, that's gonna help our handling. We're running the 1886, the high space weapon damage rifle with the high space weapon damage. So very strong rifle. It's 680. That's with 1.5 million armor. Remember that. We got 5 in a mag, damage to targets out of cover, and then preservation, which is gonna give us 20% armor on kill with every headshot. So it's gonna help us move quickly, get out of cover. Very strong. And then we're using the White Death for some extra long range shots, basically, and we're also gonna get 20% armor on cover. And then when we feel like blowing up hordes of enemies, I'm gonna flip to the pistol. All right. Now for the mask, I'm using Punch Drunk, and that's giving us an extra 20% headshot damage and 20% to our pistol. So that's really good for pistol builds. Weapon handling and more headshot damage. I got an armor core on that one. And then the Chain Killer is a very important piece, and that's giving us perfect Headhunter, which is helping us get to 1,250% damage from our killing blows. And then we got more of the same, right? Headshot damage and handling. For the holster, I have my second piece of D&H, and that's giving me 20% stability. This might be overkill, but I'm gonna try it for now. And then the knee pads are Foxes. This might be best in slot for the Cowboy setup because you are gonna be using the 1886 a lot. And 1886 is a rifle, but this gives us damage to targets out cover. And then the Contractor's Gloves, you got some flexibility here. You don't have to run these, damage to armor. And again, it's because the event is opening up your build to have a lot of fun, okay? So you can add the 511s here if you want more damage to or armor on kill. You can run 2 pieces of Bellstone if you want more armor on kill. Whatever. And so I've chosen the Memento. We can try to play from trophy to trophy once we get warmed up. And so it's all about the bonus armor here. So that's 50% bonus armor of 1.5 million. So it's 750,000 basically. Almost 800,000, right? So almost 800,000 bonus armor off a single trophy. So that's gonna push us to about 2.3 million on a single trophy. Of course, we get 30% weapon damage that cannot be disabled when we take damage. And then the skill efficiency, which is gonna help our skills. All right, so that's the build, really easy. Let's just make sure we have an alternate holster out in the field because we might not need all that handling. So in that case, I'll probably pull over, like a second walker is good. I'll show you the stats too. That'll make a difference, but that's not bad. I want a headshot damage on it, but let's see here. Skeletor's in the house. What's up going on, Gary? Seal Vice is back. CD Stanley, what's up, bro? I'm going to open up the gameplay. Yeah. Disco Noob, what's going on, brother? Yeah, the Memento is really hard to deny. Well, and it's really, a lot of it's about my playstyle. So I think your playstyle will dictate a lot on what backpack you can run and which one you can't. The question is, why are you always running the Memento, Tux? Yeah, I get it, bro. Like I do. I run it a lot, and it's really good. And there's no exotic in the game as good as the Memento. I think we could all agree on that, right? Like I just gotta dump a couple things. It's such a good exotic. It's very versatile. It's good on skill builds, and it's good on run and gun builds, and it's good on hybrid builds. It's good on tank builds. And so, but anyways, the short answer is that it caters to my play style a lot. So I'm a kind of a run and gun guy, and when you're running and gunning, you play into those playing into those trophies. Playing trophy to trophy is really valuable because you get that bonus armor. And so the Memento doesn't only give you bonus armor, because there's other things that give you bonus armor, but it also gives you damage too. And Coyote's great. The Coyote's great, but it doesn't make sense if you're not running a crit chance build, which I'm not, right? There's no crits on my build. So Coyote is more limited than the Memento, because the Coyote is only best exotic for crit builds. But the Memento also works for crit builds. And it also works for builds that are not crits. It also works for tank builds, and it also works for skill builds, and it also works for all red DPS builds. And so the Coyote is very, very concentrated on just the crits. But yeah. And so when you start looking at the talents, when you guys start looking at the talents closely, you'll start to realize, like, okay, you'll be like, oh, look, I'm gonna run Bloodsucker. And then you look at the Memento and you're like, oh, well, why don't I just run the Memento? It's better than Bloodsucker. Oh, wait, I'm gonna run Unstoppable. Oh, wait, why don't I just run the Memento, because it's better than Unstoppable. Oh, I'm going to run Vigilance. Oh, but I'm going to be taking constant damage, and the Memento doesn't disable when I take damage. So I'm just going to run the Memento. So the Mementos, all of those things kind of mashed up. And so they just did a really good job with it, you know? And so I think they hesitate to give us such good exotics now, right? Like, if you notice, like in season 9, the exotics were all so mediocre. You know what I mean? They were all so mediocre. Okay. So let's get warmed up here, guys. We'll take a second here. Get a couple of headshots in. Feel out our grip.
Reinforcements en route.
Where'd that guy go? Jesus. Went to the next town. Look at him. He's like, fuck that, I'm out of this fight. Let's go get our... Let's go for the long walk for our trophy. I never do this, by the way. Like, I don't chase enemies down like that. I think it's ridiculous. Like, when they go running out of the playing field, I'm like, well, screw you. I'm not gonna chase you down the block. Like I just did. Okay. So remember, we're running 1.5 million armor. So part of what I'm trying to showcase to you guys is that how oh, fuck, we forgot to turn on the event. Duh. Come on, guys. You're supposed to get my back. I'm sorry, guys. Let's activate that event. All right. But either way, so we were powerful without the event. The event is going to make you stronger right off the bat. It doesn't say anything about that, but the reality is like they give you more headshot damage. There it is. Yeah, we did all sorts of tests on that Memento. We actually did legendary speed runs with the Memento to prove how powerful it was. And it was amazing. We actually got our fastest time with all 4 guys running the Memento. It was amazing. And we're not speedrunners. And so, you know, we're average Joes just like you guys. And we did the District Union Arena in 19 minutes using the Memento. And we did Roosevelt Island in 22 minutes using the Memento. So it's really powerful. And that's the thing, because a lot of people have the misconception that the Memento is only good for group. And, you know, I get it. Not everybody's a build theorist, but, you know, so that's what we have to demonstrate, is to help people understand that, like, it's absolutely amazing for group. But what the difference is how you play, I think. It's more about the player, I think, than the build. But I think that's kind of also what we were demonstrating, is just like, is that we started to show that over time that it doesn't really matter what build you wear. It's more about the player, you know? Ooh, I'm on fire, I'm on fire. Okay, so remember, we're 1.5 million armor. And we're gonna be one-shotting everything. And we got all 5 directives. So 22 million right there, 22.5 million. And that's with 1.5 million armor. So do you need more damage? Absolutely not. Roll armor. And just try to land your shots. Just 25.6 million. Yeah, I mean, it's part of the, like, I understand the logic and why people think like the Memento is only good for group, because you're thinking like, oh, well, you know, if somebody else steals your kill, you don't get your trophy and then you don't get your power-ups. And but all talents are, there's a lot of talents that are like that too, right? It's not just a Memento. Like ongoing directive is like that, for instance, right? Like if you're shooting at an enemy and you put a status effect on him and then your homie comes and kills him, you don't get your special ammo, you know? But how many times do you hear people saying, oh, you don't hear that at all, right? Nobody ever says that. You never hear anybody saying, oh, well, ongoing directive is only good for solo play. When have you ever said that? Probably never. Right, but it's the same concept. So it's mostly just people kind of have a stigma around the Memento, and I think they need to be a little bit re-educated. And that's what we try to do on these streams, is just show people that, to open your mind, and you know, I guess try it for yourself.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Yeah. So yeah, I got a lot of stability on this build, and I wonder if I even need it. And so the only way to know is to actually take it off, right? And then put it back and then see how it goes. So that was a body shot. So this guy's gonna get up, and which is cool because then you get an extra Memento trophy. So sometimes it's okay to let him get up. Boss. One shot in the boss. 38 million. So that's 1.5 million. I'm proving a point here, right? Like I hope it's soaking in. So 38 million on a boss shot. You know, do you need more weapon damage than that? Can anybody answer that question? I know I'm being a smartass. I realize. But it's because I'm so excited for this event. Like it's just like I want it to soak in that, like, experiment, guys. Get out of your box. You're gonna learn something if you're not the kind of guy that experiment. No, I know if you follow my channel that you're the kind of person that likes to try new builds and play outside the box, and you probably realize a lot of what I'm already talking about. So, but for those of you guys that are kind of more accustomed to sticking to your favorite builds or always running the meta, whatever that is anymore, then, you know, this is a good time to experiment and kind of learn more about the game mechanics. Like, I get the comment about the Virginian a lot lately. Every time I run to 1886, somebody mentions a Virginian. And that's not, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's common knowledge, you know, that the 1886 is a better rifle. Not many people think about the fact that, God damn it, that a weapon can be over. That's probably almost heresy, right? The fact that a weapon can be overpowered. People are like, there's no, that doesn't happen in this game, right? There's no such thing as an overpowered weapon in the Division 2. I get it. It's a hard thing to chew on, you know. I'm pretty sure every time I say that, somebody unsubscribes. You know what I mean? But we're hitting that 38 million and we're running preservation. What do I got to say? What do I got to show you? What do I got to show you? You know what I mean? I don't think I can prove it anymore. We're running 5 directors. That means they have ragers, guys.
You can't be any geek off the
The
street.
Grand Royale.
Gotta be handy
Appreciate
with the
you,
steel,
man.
if you know
Welcome
what I mean.
aboard. Players Club. What? Thanks for your support, brother. This is with the global event, obviously, but even without the global event, guys, it's still overpowered. It's still overpowered. And so we're gonna break down the build here in a second because we're gonna talk about a couple of things. But like we're still like even without this event, we're one-shotting these guys. Maybe the boss is sometimes takes 2 shots depending on who we're up against, like the tankiness of the boss. But definitely take advantage of running directives and get that extra XP at the very least. I'm messing around here, trying to find that. Guess it's this guy. $19 million with the Regulus. So that's also what's cool about this. All 4 of your weapons are lethal. From the TAC 50 down to your pistol, you can choose any of them. And the benefit of the pistol, this 23 million, is that you're faster with it, right? So oh, there's a purple guy there. Missed him. Come on, buddy. Show me that head. Chicken. Ah. Got him. So, you know, I think the mementos are nice for that. We didn't take much damage at all, but so as you see, very effective build and really easy. It's basic. Now let's talk about it real quick, okay? Because I'm sure some of you have questions. So, okay, so I got weapon handling everywhere. Did it look like I needed more armor regen? Did it look like I needed crit chance and crit damage? So we killed the boss at 38 million. The boss one died at a 38 million headshot damage. I'm running 1.5 million in armor. All right. Do I need more damage on this build? 38 million, we killed that headshot. Headshotted the boss with 38 million. Do I need more damage? Do I need crit chance and crit damage? Absolutely not. There's plenty of damage on this build. You don't need any more. Do I need armor regen? Well, I got 3% armor regen coming off the backpack. I got 50, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 40% bonus armor on 1.5 million, right? Bonus armor on top of that regen. And then I got 20% armor on kill happening over 5 seconds because we're chain killing, right? Right? Do I need armor regen on this build? Absolutely not. Do I need more armor on kill? No, I don't. I think we're pretty healthy that whole time. I mean, could you add 10% more? Sure, you could, but it's not valuable to me. So what is the next most viable option for this build? Handling. Handling never goes away. There is a diminishing return on handling at some point, right? There is. But I don't need regen. I don't need more damage. I don't need more armor. I don't need more weapon cores. You know what I mean? I mean, I could add another armor core, actually. I could totally add another armor core. I might even do that. But what I'm trying to tell you is like, so I'm running the second piece of Douglas and D&H. Like, why not? You know, 20% stability, because I don't need the damage is my point. You know what I mean? The damage isn't gonna add any value anymore because we're already kind of damaged out, you know. So that's the event. That's partially the event. But like I said, even without the event, this is going to be like a really strong build, and we've proven that. We play this this same build outside of the event. We love this build. We love this build. So total fun. Let's do a couple more, another control point, and we'll actually swap the build a little bit to have a little bit more fun, but totally fun. So let's see, rewards 2 already unlocked, so that was fast. So you're gonna probably burn through your rewards track. So we already got through this one. That was fast. So we earned 5 stars already off a single control point. So that's nice progress there. You know, like that. No, I think it's a challenge. Like the only challenge is like if you're not a headshot person, like if you really despise headshots for some reason, then this event could be tough on you. I get that. Like it might not be your favorite event, but just keep in mind that the event itself is actually making headshots easier for you. So the Grand, appreciate you upgrading, man. I think that's the right place to be. True Bandido gets you access to all the build vids, that good stuff. And then hardcore gets you access to the hardcore member level, gets you access to the playlists as well. So if you're into the jams. So Shane Carlson, we were talking about the gunslinger holster is actually very fun. It's fun. It serves a really good. It's like pros and cons. Like, so first of all, are you going to choose a gunslinger holster over the Memento backpack? Probably not, but you can just for the sake of having fun because this event is really fun. But the problem is, this is the problem, is that for me, the gunslinger holster, the Dodge City holster, competes with the TAC 50. So the whole one of the benefits of the Dodge City holster is that you can get that 1000% weapon damage on your pistol, whip it out, and then shoot anybody in the head, even an elite, right? And it'll proc your headhunter, and that's a good use case for that holster. But I can use the TAC 50 for that too, so I can kick off any fight with the TAC 50 and proc my headhunter, and that's how I use the TAC 50 mostly, is just to set up this just chest talent. Otherwise, I'm using the Memento for 2 reasons. One is the bonus armor, and then number 2 is because the weapon damage doesn't get disabled. But the reality is that once you get headhunter proc, you don't care if your weapon damage gets disabled or not. So you can run vigilance and your weapon damage is disabled and you don't care because you don't need it, if that makes sense. So this is how I use my TAC 50. So I whip out the TAC 50 here, and then we'll find ourselves an annoying target. See if we can find one. Yeah, turret guy's good. It's like they know I'm here, but they're not supposed to. I mean, like, where's he going? Where the fuck is he going, right? All the way back there. 17 million. Okay, so now look at the little meter down there, right? So I can switch out of it, and then my meter's up. Now I'm one-shotting everything, right? So it's just a shortcut. Now, is it much of a shortcut with this event? Probably not. You know, because I can still 1-2 bullets will kick off the fight, you know. So I'll go ahead and dispose of it here because this guy's an annoying tanky guy. And then we can pick up our TAC 50 again and get another kill. Ooh, she done quick. Oh my god, I just got myself killed. Pinprick would be interesting to actually use right here, right? Grumpy. Like it's one of those weapons that there's a lot of things that changed when Headhunter came out. Pinprick is that named sniper rifle you get out of the dark zone, if you guys don't know about it. But like a lot of people used to run focus on their sniper builds. I think before Headhunter, I think that was the main talent that people went with. But I've been saying this is actually I think my favorite talent in the game. You can run it with pistols, rifles, shotguns, and obviously all the sniper rifles, even the SVDs. It works with the SVDs. It works a little bit differently. It's like every other shot, taking advantage of it. You know what? Is that it? How cool would it be? I would love that too. I agree. Is that it is saying, can you put, it would be cool if they let you put a scope on a pistol. I think that would be badass. I would love a scope on my 1886 too. So the mix volume 1 through 6 is in the if you go to my YouTube homepage at the top, Reaper is a playlist for the members, and it's in there. But I know you were having issues with YouTube, so you might not get access to it because of that. Oh, he moved just in time. These guys are about as tanky as they come, right? Garis, what's going on, bro? Antal?
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Hostile supply convoy nearby.
I don't run a, if you guys, if you, in case you're wondering, which you're probably not, I don't run directives very much, you know. I'm not a big fan of them. It's mostly just because they slow you down. I like to go fast. But with these builds, they don't make a difference, so I'm okay with, on headshot builds, running directives. I don't mind. Actually, we want to go sniper. So, like, what's also cool is, like, if you don't feel like running and gunning anymore, you can start whipping in your White Death and picking off heads. Oh, how is that not a headshot? God damn it. I guess you gotta let some guys get back up, huh? He's gonna run around like a maniac. You maniac! Oh, I had you. You're lucky. I love that scope. It's got such a good zoom on it. Better than the Nemesis. It's steadier. The weapon is steadier. Oh, you are lucky. $30 million. Miss Gunn in the house. What up, Miss C? Top of the dome. Destroyer of Words. I don't really know. The reason why is because it's a great question. It's all controlled by YouTube, you know, so it's like if Google Pay can accept it, then yeah. But yeah, it's all a YouTube thing, you know, so they manage the payment, so I can't see anybody's payment information or adjust anybody's settings or anything like that, so I don't really know. Sorry. If you find out, I'd love to know. 1886. And I like the bonus armor stacking up. He was sneaky. Did you see that little dance he did with me? He was dancing the tango. Oh. Oh, that was a body shot. It's actually hard to farm good badgers, so I don't mind this being badger. Happy Tuesday, squad.
Supply room access unlocked.
Right on. I can feel the energy, Miss Gunn. I can feel the energy. When you're here, I get going better killing sprees, I'm pretty sure. All right, what do you guys want to see next? I'm up for ideas, but I'll fill in the blanks. If you don't got any, don't worry. I'm ready to go on to the next one. That was fun. That's fun. So easy, easy, easy. 1886. Like if you're not used to running, it's a great time to run it. So you're getting weapon handling, all the damage you need. Again, that's 1.5 million armor. I didn't show the stats, but that's 184% headshot damage. So plenty. Plenty. Remember, we got damage to targets that to cover on the knees and the gun. So, really good. So don't be afraid to add extra handling, extra armor. All right, I'm ready to go shotgun. Should we do shotgun? A Reaper Hawk. I am down to try to beat our records. I am down, especially when the new legendaries come in to break some records there too. All right, so what do you guys want? You want to see shotguns next? Shotguns are fun. You can basically just slap on a shotgun as it is, so you know. You don't have to like change the build at all. You can just, and that's again because the power of headshots and headhunter. We're gonna change it though. You need more Iron Horse in your life. Nobody needs more Iron Horse in their life. Maybe more iron. Your iron deficiency? Your Iron Horse deficient? What does that mean? You like got jaundice? Something like that, right? Got liver issues? Okay, tons of fun. So let's see how we did. So we just did 2 control points. That's all we did. Just a basic 2. And we got 7 red stars off of 2 control points. Not bad. Not bad. 7 stars, 2 control points. That's great. So, one of the things I want to look at here is oh, never mind. Okay, so let's look at shotguns. Do I have one here? So you got a few options. I mean, M870. We're gonna look at the Mantis. We're gonna look at the Nemesis. We're gonna look at the Dread Edict. The Colibri is an option. I'm not gonna run it though, because with this, I like. Oh, we might have to go to my other character. Yeah, I think we do. Let's go to our other character real quick. We need our heavy hitters. The brain trust. That's what we should call the stream. The brain trust stream. Reaper. Yeah, I haven't seen any really good footage on the new legendaries just because, you know, for that reason, I've either seen people going in there with just kind of these really basic builds that aren't necessarily that great for legendary. But the other side was I've seen people going with these overly powered builds, like going in there with the lefty, and the lefty is just so ridiculous right now that it makes any legendary look like basically heroic. Man boy in the house. Yeah, I don't know. 2 to 5 hours.
Entering safe area.
Okay, so shotguns. The black market isn't a bad shotgun, by the way. Maybe we take that one too. Just for the fun of it. There's a pinprick. Of course, this guy's got none of my stuff. Yeah, I think they're gonna neuter that exotic shotgun. They're gonna make it so that you have to throw the grenade, and that just sucks. What's up, you taker? Yeah, so basically what happens here is the PTS, I think, it's already closed now. And then, or it's on its way to be closed. And then they take the next week to fix things, and then they put out one more week of PTS, basically with all the changes looking for bugs. I think definitely the brand set I'm really excited about. Where is my power shotguns? Issues with having multiple characters. So there's my stash. They're not there. Let's go back into my character. It's frustrating. All right, let's go look at the other character now. Yeah, but that holster, that new holster, I was gonna say that brand set's really exciting. That new holster is gonna be where it's at for me. I really hope they don't nerf it. I love it just like it is. 20% weapon damage. Oh yes. You know? I think that's basically probably on par with, you know, like something like damage to targets out of cover. It's probably about like 8% damage to targets out of cover is probably equivalent to something like 20% weapon damage, which is why they have it like that. So that's sort of why I'm thinking, like, I don't think it's overpowered. It's just like the Fox's knee prayers. And so I think the argument is, call me crazy here. Does this make sense? If you nerf that 20, following that logic, and I think it is true. I haven't tested it, but it sounds realistic, plausible. Can we say that? It's plausible. So if 20% weapon damage is the equivalent to 8% damage to targets out of cover, if you say that the holster is overpowered and it needs to be nerfed, then aren't you also saying that damage to the Fox's prayer knee pads also need to be nerfed? And the contractor's gloves, because those are all equivalents, right? Those are all equivalents. And so, yeah, that's why I don't know. I like the idea of just going ahead and nerfing it, because they're saying, oh, it's going to be best in slot. Well, Fox's Prayers is best in slot, so should we nerf that? So, am I alone here? Am I alone? Okay, we need to bring our pistols. So all about the pistols today. Also, pistol builds are amazing in this game. Use this event to open your eyes to that, to learn about it a little bit, because you're gonna improve your handling. It gives you practice. Remember where we say like, oh, there's a lot of people that don't like headshot builds, but it's also just because, you know, it takes some time to get used to. It's just practice, right? It's a degrading skill in this game. So if you don't use your headshots, then you will lose your headshots. Just make a little bit of room. So use these events because they're going to enhance your handling. So, you know, you get a little more practice, kind of get a handle of it, and then slowly start to remove your handling by, well, not slowly, but you'll then play without the handling and see if you're still good. The Dread Edit. We will actually do the Dread Edict, I should say. Dread Edict. You get me? I get you. What's good? I thought that too, grumpy old man. Like, it's the new holsters like the Memento, right? Because you got a skill attribute and you got a damage attribute. That's really nice, but yeah. I don't think, just like Biko is saying, like, I don't think stop nerfing. I think it's more about diversity. Just give us more diversity. Like, I mean, with all of this logic, what they're saying is like, oh, if you give us this holster, it's going to decrease our build diversity, and then everybody's going to be running around with this holster. Well, isn't that what's happened with the Memento? Isn't that what the Memento is? I mean, that's all we run is a Memento because it's best in slot on almost any build. You know what I mean? Even in group play, we prove it over and over again. You know what I mean? And so, but like, I think the fix is that it's not that the Memento's so good, it's just that the other talents suck. I mean, look what you have to work with, right? I mean, let's talk about it. Let's see. And like, if you're disagreeing with me, if you're like, no, that's not true, Tux, it's not the best. All right, let's just take a look at the other talents. Combined arms or Memento, what is better? 25% skill damage or 30% skill efficiency? Which is better? Skill efficiency or skill damage? Skill efficiency, right? Because skill efficiency gives you skill haste, skill health, skill duration, skill damage, right? It gives you all of that, where this is just skill damage. And what else does a Memento give you? It gives you 30% weapon damage. Does combined arms give you 30% weapon damage? True or false? Combined arm gives you 30% weapon damage. True or false? The answer is false. It doesn't give you that either. How about bonus armor? How about regen? Does combined arms give you any of that? Nope. Okay, moving on. Energize. Using an armor kit grants 1% skill tier for 15 seconds. An extra skill tier. The Memento gives you an extra skill tier. I'll take that. Okay, calculated. Kills from cover reduce skill cooldowns by 10%. The Memento gives you 30% skill efficiency plus 30% more skill efficiency every time you pick up a single trophy. That's 30% skill haste. I'll take that. Tech support. Skill kills increase total skill damage by 25% for 20 seconds. When you're at full stacks with your Memento, you got 30% skill efficiency, which is 30% skill damage. And every time you pick up a trophy, you get another 30% skill damage, stacking by 30s, 30, 60, 90, 120. Which would you rather have, tech support or the Memento? And we can keep going, right? Even on the, it doesn't matter, DPS, even on the healer builds, 30% heals, right? 30% duration to the chem launcher. Think about all of that. Skill haste, 30% skill haste. Like, none of these, right? I mean, even let's look at a damage one. What about vigilance? Let's look at vigilance. Let's find vigilance. That's a good one, right? Increase total weapon damage by 25%. So people that say the Memento sucks, is not good for group, here's a perfect example. What's your alternate? Vigilance. Okay, so increase total weapon damage by 25%. Great. Well, the Memento's 30%, but it doesn't stop there. It's another 5% per weapon damage score. So if you're running an all red build, that's another 30% weapon damage on top of the 25% weapon damage every time you pick up a trophy. So 30, 60, 90, 120, and so on and so forth. But fine, let's just say 30% weapon damage. Vigilance gets disabled every time you take damage. The Memento doesn't, right? So depending on how you're playing, well, even not depending on how you're playing, it's nice to have 30% weapon damage. Let me ask you the question this way. Would you rather have 25% weapon damage that can be disabled or 30% weapon damage that cannot be disabled? Right? And the answer is probably not disabled, right? I would rather not be disabled. Of course, you have to wait till you get your 30 trophies. But in group play, we never have problems doing that. We're at full stacks by our second checkpoint when we're running a four-man group and everybody's running Mementos. So, you know, if you have a hard time getting your Mementos trophies, then, you know, adjust probably to your gameplay style. You know what I mean? Be a little bit more aggressive. Know your priorities, your priority kills. Aim for that guy. But I can do that to everybody. It's unstoppable force. Killing an enemy increases total weapon damage of 5% for 15 seconds. Which would you rather have? 30% plus 5% times 6 or 5% for 15 seconds? That times out. I mean, it's really hard to maintain this, by the way. Composure is only 15% versus 30%. So, okay. Companion, same thing. Concussion is really hard to maintain also. I can do this, I can keep going, right? So now some of these are unique, like Creeping Death is like really unique, right? So there's unique purposes for Creeping Death, so that's a winner right there. So Creeping Death will beat out the Memento a lot, right? And even Adrenaline Rush can beat out the Memento because it's a unique situation. You're like, I really need that bonus armor without a kill. You know, and so Adrenaline Rush can take there. So my point is that it's not that the Memento is so good it needs a nerf. My point is that these need to be reworked. so that they can shine, right? So some of them, not all of them, but some of them need to shine better. You know, like overclock fucking sucks, and they've given us a perfect overclock, right? Energize sucks too. It's got a cooldown of 60 seconds, and you could only use it if you took damage. You know, Bloodsucker is now obsolete thanks to the Memento backpack. It's obsolete in my opinion. And it's even more obsolete now that we got Heartbreaker, right? Like Heartbreaker's way better than Bloodsucker. And so is Memento, because Memento gives you damage and bonus armor. This is just bonus armor. So it's just like, so, you know, so my point is like in leadership is like, so hardly anybody ever uses it. Like a lot of these, they just need to be reworked. The Memento's fine where it's at. We need more talents, and we need the old talents to be reworked. Think about it from this perspective. How long ago did they create these? How long ago did they create these? Combined Arms is old as shit. You know what I mean? That's like BC talent right there. Like Jesus was walking the grounds when Combined Arms was released. All of these are like that. The latest ones that they gave us were, none of them are even on here. Adrenaline Rush. That's the newest one that they gave. They're in order here and upon release, just so you know. Adrenaline Rush was the latest one that they gave us, and that came with Walker and Harris. All these other ones are old as shit. Let's go look at the chest. Old as shit. All of these is old as shit. Like the oldest one that they gave us was Headhunter. That was the latest release. Headhunter and Adrenaline Rush were released at the same time. Those were both came with Walker and Harris when they gave us that, which was like what, TU8 or some shit like that. Long time ago. Long time ago. So we haven't gotten any new backpack and chest talents. Now we did get Flatline on the weapon, so we did get the new weapon one. That was the latest that we've received, is on the weapon side as far as it being an actual new one. And again, these are in order, or they're not. Flatline, this one's not in order. So Flatline was the newest one we've gotten here, and before that it was Future and In Sync. So these are the three new ones that we got here. And then everything else is, they just keep giving us like perfect and non-perfect. So really old, right? All these are old, guys. So that's what I'm saying. Like we need these to be reworked, and we need the outdated ones to just get them out of there. It's a problem that they're there. Yeah, like just like Disco Noob was saying, delete old talents. It's really important that they delete them. You know what I mean? Do you know why? It's because when you're out there farming, let's say you're farming for, you know, Bloodsucker or something like that, and then Overclocked is or whatever is a talent that nobody uses, and you keep getting it. It's in RNG, and you keep getting it. You can't get, you know what I mean? It's in your way. It makes farming more difficult. So old talents, they need to determine, hey, is anybody using this? They should just take a goddamn poll. Just take a poll. You know what I mean? We'll tell you. You know, I'm sure 99.99% of people aren't using XYZ talent, and you know they can take them out of the pool. They're just in our way. Okay, so I'm just clearing some space here so we can bring in the new weapons, and then we'll get to the shotgun build here. Yeah, PvP is a little bit tough, huh? Mixoplex, actually, I don't. That's a good point about the Memento. The Memento is not good about. Can be good for PvP, but also really difficult. Like the reason why is because like you can go. I imagine, because I personally don't use it for PvP. You probably have more experience there than I do, but I imagine you go around, you know, clear out a couple of, or kill a couple of NPCs, get some stacks, and then go party. But then as soon as you die so fast at PvP, right? Like it's just like you're always dying. So I imagine you're always losing your backpack stacks. All right, so I'm gonna start with the KSG shotgun. I really like the KSG shotgun, but and then I'll show you. So basically, I use this. I take off 5%. I roll into stability. We may or may not need to do that for this one. This is how I normally roll it, but I actually put in a lot of stability, but since we're getting stability buffs, we might not need it. So I'll put reload speed there. So if you have good stability on your shotguns, you can put out more shots faster. So that's sort of why I do that. And then I got damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover. So that makes it really strong, right? 12% damage to armor is a lot. And then we've got pummel. So every 3 kills, refill the mag, and then you get 40% weapon damage. And then we got this shotgun's amazing because it's got 12 rounds in the mag. So even if you miss a few shots, you're still gonna get that pummel. So, and then we're not gonna need a double DNH. As a matter of fact, we probably don't even need 1 DNH. So we can mess around with this. Actually, we could probably, let's go ahead and put on our Hunter's Fury set. Now the advantage of going to Hunter's Fury is going to be the stagger. This kind of puts everybody on pause for you. And of course there's the amp damage and all that stuff, but you're not really worried about damage with this event. So I go ahead and roll all into headshot damage because that's what I'm going for, right? So you can totally do this build with crits. So if you rather go crits, you know, go for it. But I'm cool with this one. How much armor do I got? Yeah, okay, that's fine. I got one more with armor, so I'll bring that one too. And then I still leave this as my backup, that pistol. And then I go ahead and roll headshot damage everywhere. You need to make sure you get that 150% threshold, which we're almost there. We're at 145. Where am I missing headshot damage? Should be there. That's fine. So what you can do is roll Providence on your chest instead to get over that. That'd be more important than running the perfect Walker and Harris version. You want that. Do you want that threshold? Let's see, Providence. So there it is. So there we go. So you understand? So let me show you here. So the perfect version versus the Providence version. So we're gonna do a quick comparison. I'm sure you guys already know this stuff, but where did it go? Providence, Providence, Providence. There. Okay, cool. So the only difference between these two, besides the talent itself, I mean the brand talent, which is headshot damage versus weapon damage, okay? So I'd rather have the 5% weapon damage so you know, but we have to hit the threshold. And so the threshold is 150 headshot damage. See at the very bottom, it says, this is raised to 1,250% if your headshot damage is greater than 150%. You see that? So you have to have 150%. If you don't, then your damage is going to be capped at 800%. That's quite a bit different. Stephen H, we hit over 38 million. So I'll type that in there. 38 million. So on the 1886, we were at 38 million. It was insane. And that was on the boss headshot kill. One shot at the named boss. 38 million. So lots of buffs, right? Lots of buffs coming from the event. That's the event. Without the event, we would probably be at like 18 million without the event. And I'd have to lower the armor to get there. Probably like 1.1 million. So anyway, so there's another way. So if we wanted to keep this chest, because it is valuable to have the 5% headshot damage, weapon damage. So we need 5% headshot damage so we can come in here and then take down that reload speed and pick up the 5% headshot damage there. And then that'll get us to the 150%. So, and then pull off the stability and pick up to some reload speed there. So let's try that, see if we like it. Let me offload a couple things. We will be doing the Dread Edict, the Mantis, and the Nemesis too. Actually, we'll pull into those. And I do want you to know, like, I think, and I will say that I still think that the most efficient weapon for this event is the Mantis. And that's because you can hold the ground from a single spot and just clear everything. And you got unlimited decoys, even with all the directives, you still get unlimited decoys, so it's very valuable. Red Dragon, what's up? Yeah, I agree. I think the EFT group will probably bring it up. I think it's a subject that I think everybody's talking about, and it's always been talked about, right? I think, like, we've been saying it forever. Everybody has. I have. You have. We've all been saying, let's fix that backpack, all these unused talents. We always say that. And I think we're just getting sick of, like, not seeing it. I think that's where we're at this stage, right? I'm just, like, really sick of not seeing this get fixed. Oh, shit, guys. You know what? I forgot to... I'm sorry. We got to go back. I forgot this. Go into my stupid specialization tree and mark shotguns. You got to do that. Daniel Barron, what's up? Also, guys, like, I want you to know, like, you can bring in players and you still feel powerful. So adding teammates, it doesn't stop you from one-shotting bosses. That's what's cool about this event too. That's how much power it gives you. You know, so if we have some time in this stream, I'll open up the stream and pull in a few players. Okay, let's see here. Sharpshooter. So, I mean, I want all of these, but we'll take off the rifle and then we'll add shotguns. I mean, I run all of these, right? Because I don't want to take off this marksman rifle because I'm using the TAC 50. We do need shotguns and pistols. And, like, what if I was running a rifle? I wouldn't be able to have that powered up, right? Dumb, huh? Oh, me too, Daniel. Like, I like the Regulus. That's like this event alone, like, gives me all the excuses in the world to be able to run my Regulus, but I try not to push it too much just because I know so many people don't actually have that weapon, and I'm trying to get it to everybody, but we're trying to get as many people through the raids as possible, but it's just so many of you. I wish they just unlocked it. That gun needs to be general public, targeted loot pool. I mean, it's like running an artillery turret with unlimited ammo and no cooldowns. I mean, you know what I mean? But, I mean, on certain builds, like, it's really, really strong. Okay, so let's roll up and shoot somebody in the face. So 2 shots to kick it off. So we got no buffs, right? Got no buffs. Let's go. Coming through. One shot. One shot. It's gonna be easy from here, right? You see where this is going? And this isn't even the strongest shotgun. It's like the second strongest shotgun, right? Where are they? Just running in circles. That's my strategy. I just try to stay close to these spawn doors. It makes it all go faster, right? There's the boss. Let's go kill him. One shot the boss. Which you can do without this event, by the way. This is Hunter's Fury. I mean, I don't need to tell you about Hunter's Fury, do I? And you can still do with all this armor. Actually, 1.3 million armor is not that much. We could actually add more armor. Let's go ahead and do that. Pumping up our armor in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, damn it.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Remember, you still have your TAC 50 if you need range, so. That oxidizing from the green stuff, I'll also take out your skills, so beware of that. You will lose your skills a lot running through that green shit.
Hostile detected.
Fuck. That was a bad move. Ah! They're everywhere. Shortcut. How the fuck did I miss you with my goddamn shotgun? Ah. You know how sometimes when you take damage, you're like, your guy doesn't aim very well. He's like jiggling. Apparently so much you miss an entire head. Yeah, that's what's happening. Oh, what? Oh, it was not a headshot. It's probably actually that little bit of that handling we lost, believe it or not. Makes it a little bit easier to land those headshots square on. Because I traded in a lot for that 5% headshot damage. You could get rid of some headshot damage if you... Or weapon damage, actually.
Agent detected.
If we ran that Providence, we could run more handling. But we're okay. That's insane, Bijart. 60 million.
Supply room access.
I'm gonna try to let me switch over to the. Let's get some ammo real quick. Look at our ammo, by the way. So with the shotguns are not like the rifles and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. Look at the ammo. So we barely made it. It's not going to be an issue though. So don't start building around that. All right. Don't start putting on the ammo dump holster and shit. What up, like 12 people? It's good. Yeah, Reaper, I had a big old talk about that on the stream last night. It was irritating me that people were making videos about it and stuff. The devs said in the notes that they're increasing drops into PTS so that people can test those Ravenuses and Reguluses and Eagle Bears, right? So yeah, it makes sense if you get 10 exotics playing on normal mode in countdown. It does. Haven't you noticed, hasn't everybody noticed that every other kill drops an exotic? That was stated up front that they were increasing the drop rates. It's the PTS. How are you gonna test an exotic that you cannot acquire? So that's the TAC 50. Like, use a TAC 50 to speed things up. You know what I mean?
Reinforcements en route.
One shot, the Regulus. Okay, let's see our Regulus numbers. I'm curious to see what we're gonna get. There's 27 million. We're running what, 1.5 million armor? We lost our proc. You, pendejo.
Reinforcements in place.
You pendejo. Favorite line in the game. Hey, pendejo.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Got to get those Hunter's Fury stacks up. I feel like an acrobat sometimes. Oh yeah, we're gonna run a tip of spear build too there, San Lorenzo. I love that one. That's actually one of my favorites. And I never thought I'd say that about a tip of spear build. I'm not a big fan of tip of spear. I can't wait till they buff it. So you guys see, I'm sure you could know by now that ongoing directive is getting a rework a little bit, an adjustment. And Yannick said that there's more to come. So that's really exciting. Speaking of fixing things, right? And you can see the value of the memento here, right? Because of how close the proximity we are to the enemy when we get our kill. And then we're accepting damage. We're like, I'm cool with taking damage because I'm gonna get that trophy, and that's gonna buy me some armor so I can get my next skill and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's really hard to deny the memento. It really is. Especially in this kind of gameplay. I mean, if you're playing from cover, then, you know, yeah, you could use vigilance. For sure. But, you know, this gear set requires you to get inside 15, 20 meters of an enemy. Was it 15? So, you know, you kind of got to have some sort of layer of protection. Or you got to have some really good moves. Actually, you can do this with all red. All right. And if you do, I recommend, like right there, you wouldn't last very long. Well, we're barely making it right here. This guy's tanky. He just doesn't stop shooting either, right? I mean, I should have broke his weapon belt, but he got cocky. Yeah, San Lorenzo. I wish we could be running together. It'd be fun. Like double Regulus builds. Like if you have a homie that also has a Regulus, like if you guys are both running Regulus, it's actually a lot of fun to be zigzagging through each other and just blow everything. I mean, many clouds of smoke. That's all I got to say. Many clouds of smoke. And we're gonna now start leaking field proficiencies, aren't we? Let's crush our... I'm actually always in need for a good badge. I would love to have a good badger chest. Actually, if you can get a good badger chest with headhunter and the right stats, that'd be one to go for. Would be great for this exact build we're wearing. Be even stronger. Oh, that's nice. 612. Great gun, that 612, huh? All right, so clean that up. We gotta get ammo. Now we're gonna swap the KSG shotgun out for the military M870. Now we're running close and personal. That's fine. Actually, nope. Let's go back to the White House. Let's put on a new build. I think you guys get that one. We ran it for quite a bit last week, even without the event, just to show it. All right. We were just talking about the tip of spear, so I think that's a fun one to try right now, actually. Let's see, do I have all my tips pieces? Tips. So the formula is the same, basically. It's a tip of spear. As this on this one, it's more focused around just the pistol, and it doesn't have to be the regular. So actually, I'll swap out different pistols with this one. Oh, don't tell me I don't have my tip of spear holster. Come on. Tip of spear, where are you? Oh, that's so frustrating. Really? Okay. Going to fetch. Yeah, so for this one, I'll actually change to the D&H chest piece. Now, I would like to have the D&H mask if I could, but you'd be choosing that over the Memento backpack, which... Reaper, what's the two weapons that you rolled to level 20? So I'm assuming one's the capacitor. What's the other one? Is it the shotgun? Is it the Scorpio?
Entering safe area.
There we go. So I'll bring both, but I go usually full armor on this one. Just make sure we don't need any pistols. Yeah, I mean, you could use True Patriot. I'm not sure you'd be picking up any benefit from it, though. So you get 9% amp damage. I mean, it'd probably still work just because of all your cores and your stats, your attributes. But from the brand itself, I'm not sure you'd be getting any benefit. The reason why is because you're killing them too fast. Where True Patriot requires a series of shots to stack the flag. Red, white, and blue. And so... First of all, you get no extra damage until you at least hit them with one bullet, right? And then you got amp damage. So the first shot would have no benefit. The second shot would get amp damage, and then you continue to get basically defense from there, which is not bad. It's just that most enemies are probably dead before you get with this type of build, before you get the buff. Okay, so let's bring a couple tip of spear pieces. And then we will showcase some builds without the Memento, just for the sake of it. Okay, so for Douglas and Harding is my chest. So I'm gonna switch to the D&H chest with Headhunter. So we get 20% pistol damage, and that's because we're gonna be running the pistol. So I will be using the TAC 50 just to proc that. And I do have a D&H with I'd actually like this full armor, like all the way up on armor, but not sure what I did with that chest piece. So then headshot damage everywhere. So let's go and do that.
Agent requesting backup.
And it's all the same. So they're good. And then I mean, I got the shotgun, but we're not really going to be using it. So I'm just going to go and put the 1886 here for now. But we're going to be rotating in different pistols. So I'm going to bring in the D50 and the Liberty. And then I'll also bring in the Deseros, which is really good. And the Magnum, which is really good. And that's fine from there. Okay, so reset control points. Okay, so 4-piece tip of spear. So basically, the first shot of the attack 50 is gonna proc that additional 4-piece damage bonus of 20% for 60 seconds, and then it times out. So without this game mode, the first shot usually is not a kill shot on an elite. It's the second shot is, and then from that point forward, you're one-shotting everything. But for this event, you're gonna be one-shotting with that. So, oh, this was the wrong piece. We need a tip of spear here. Cool. So we're gonna run full armor, so 1.7, and you can go to all the way up to 1.8. You can run the chest piece with armor too. I just don't have that right now. So, all right. Let's. Otherwise, everything's with headshot damage. Headshot damage, armor, headshot damage, armor, headshot damage, armor, and then the memento. So let's go have some fun.
Hostile control point detected.
$220 exotics he spent. Woo. So again, this is I have this configured to be a pistol build. So it doesn't have to be. You could play into a White Death or whatever. Let's see, who do we want to kill? That guy. Usually this guy's good to take out. Him or a right foam guy.
Reinforcements incoming.
Hey, where'd you come from, buddy? Fucking guys.
Experimental AEDs detected.
Somebody got away. Ah. I'm missing everything. So we lost our buff there.
Serious trauma detected.
Hardly matters though. Ah, bad shot. Boss. Oh, missed the headshot. We'll let him be. 25 million on him. It's a 1.7 million armor. Oh, I'm missing anything. So overpowered, this event. It's amazing. Amazing that you can run that much. I mean, this works without the event too, but you need to use your TAC 50 a lot more. You need to make sure you got your TAC 50 buff and things. Basically, you need to clear about 9 million to kill most elites. So we're basically doubling that. There's 21 million right there.
Enemy on our flank. Shit.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Get away. Dead hangar.
Medical assistance needed.
Oh, it fucking got me. Oh, all the way. We were on a roll too. Damn it. That's a fun one. That's the downside of that build though, actually, what you just saw. So I don't know if you caught it. What's good, Dozer? What's good, bro? So the problem with this one is actually the primary weapon, not the build. Okay, let me tell you why. No, I love this build, so don't get me wrong. It's absolutely amazing. But the difference is that the only regen you have happening here is coming from that 3% off the backpack, which sometimes isn't fast enough, right? There's no armor on kill here, right? There's no armor on kill. Now, the Hunter's Fury had it. If you use the rifle, you can get it. If you use the sniper, you can get it. But it's the Regulus. The Regulus is only bringing explosions, right? So to fix that, you can run something like the D50 or any of these other pistols, right? And now you're going to get 20% armor on kill. So this is a really good synergy. So it's actually a great build if you don't have the Regulus. Like still don't dismiss this build if you don't have the Regulus, because it actually improves without the Regulus. So so I'm running the D50, and let's give it a whirl with preservation. Yeah, and those gunners too, those heavy gunners. Yeah, so that I actually like. Here's the one thing I mentioned earlier too. We'll plan out your gameplay. I mentioned this last week. Was that like for certain builds, or I guess benefits that come out of global events, some factions are better to play with than others. And for example, in this one, you're going for headshots, and some factions wear more helmets than others do. Like the hyenas wear lots of helmets, right? The hyenas do, and the Tusk bring lots of tech, and those aren't great for headshot builds. I mean, they're not bad, but what the problem is that you lose your headshot proc when you shoot a tank, right? Or you lose your headshot proc, your headhunter benefits when you shoot a warhound, and you got to start over. And same thing with the hyenas. So when you got the hyena rushers with their helmets, and they always send those at you, it can be really annoying. So like the True Sons are great because they don't wear too many helmets. There's only a couple guys that will. So they're why I like fighting them with these builds. Outcasts are okay. Problem with the outcasts is that they got those stupid lawnmowers and fire. Problem is the fire. Gotta get used to this pistol now. New pistol. Fire prevents you from aiming when you're on fire, right? When you're under a status effect, you can't aim. So that's why they're not the best. I can run at these guys. I can take damage. I'm not afraid of damage. Give me some damage, right? and then I'll shoot you and I'll kill you and I'll get all my health back. Now the problem with the outcast is like sometimes when you're saying I'll take that damage is fire. And now you can't shoot them in the head because you can't get an aim. You know, so that's the downside of those. So like if we really want to be efficient, stick to these guys. So this is the D50. As you can see, we're still able to one-shot everything, but now we're getting 20% armor on kill when we do that. So big benefit. And what we lose in exchange, a little bit of base weapon damage, but we're losing mass effect, right? Explosion. And I don't mind somebody getting up every now and again. It's I look at it like free trophy. So there's 18 million right there. They don't really come back at full breath, so. I mean, it's all directives. 1.8 million armor. D50. And it's pretty easy. So in case you're wondering, you're like, yeah, Tux, but you know, you're like, you've mastered your headshots. But you know, I'm on the Xbox. I'm using a controller. You know. And I turned off aim assist, so I don't use aim assist either. So 3 shots to kill him, but I was not full proc, so it's not bad. Doesn't matter. If it takes 1 shot or 3 shots, it's all the same, right? Reality sinks in.
Supply room access unlocked.
Casey Samples is in the house. And we got Mike here. We got Mike and we got double mics. Pretty sure they're 2 different people. What up, Mike? Viking golfer. DJ Kingston. I don't know about the GR9. I mean, the GR9 with Chain Killer would be pretty hard. Because you wouldn't be able to one-shot things. So it wouldn't bring too much benefit. Everything else I would, though. It'd just be the gun that I would change out. EF3 CD, it sounds crazy. It really does. But here's the thing. Like, a long story, I have a whole video I put out on it and with my recommendations of findings and testing and stuff like that. But, you know, I've been playing this game for a long time, just like many of you have. And after a while, I started thinking, like, hey, I'm going to switch pistols, guys. I'm going to try the Deseros replica now. It's an amazing gun. So it's the benefit here is RPM, all right? So it's like the D50 is stronger, quite a bit stronger, but this one's got a really nice RPM. So if you're not great at headshots, the Deseros is a good option because it allows you to throw out a couple of extra shots pretty quickly. And so it's sort of more forgiving. So I was like, after a while, I was thinking like, hey, is it me or is aim assist hurting me more than it's helping me? And I wasn't sure, you know, I wasn't sure. It's like, I just had a feeling, you know what I mean? And so I turned it off and then I tested with it without. So this is the deal. So I read Headhunter. I love Headhunter. I love Headhunter talent. And there'd be these times where I'm aiming for the head and I can feel this artificial, what I call a snap down to the chest, where my gun would pull down to the chest, and it was so fast. I was like, that's not me. That's not my thumb doing that. I was like, my gun cannot move that fast. I can't move that fast. I just can't. You know, this is our limitation of movement speed. I'm not on a PC. I don't have a laser mouse. and it would snap down to the chest. And I'm aiming for the head, and it snaps down to the chest. And then the problem with that is I would lose my headhunter buff, right? From the talent headhunter. And so, because it makes me land a chest shot, I was like, it's making me land a chest shot. It's forcing a miss. Or another scenario, there's like 3 or 4 enemies standing in front of you, and I'm going for the greatest threat, the guy in front who's pointing his gun at me, and then aim assist would be confused, and it would be pulling my gun to the guy maybe behind him or next to him, the one that wasn't even looking at me, and then I end up dying because I'm having to fight my own controller, you know, and stuff like that. So there were little nuances like that, and I was like, I think aim assist might be hurting me more than it's helping me. And then so I turned it off, and then I started to think that, you know, some of these enemies are really hard to shoot, like this grenadier lady, this bald grenadier lady right down there, that throws grenades at you. I was like, she's hard to kill. I was like, she makes me miss so many shots, you know? And I started to think that maybe the devs are using I was like, in order for them to get me to miss a shot on her, I was like, they're oh, I forgot to use my talent, but let's use our talent here. In order to miss a shot, in order to make me miss a shot, force me into a miss, the only way they can do that mechanically is to use my controller against me, right? And so I was like, well, that's fucked up. So then I turned it off, I turned it on, I turned it off, turned it on, and I found out like the guns like the D50, they would make it harder to use by using your aim assist against you. And so when I turned off the aim assist, the D50 became easy to use, you know? So it was like, wow. And so, yeah, I never looked back. That was a bad shot. Come on, I had that. You see how I was able to throw out 3 or 4 shots and then finally land that shot? That's the nice wonder of this pistol. That's what it does for you. I'm just trying to shoot his backpack. He's like making it hard for me to do. God damn it, give me that backpack. I hate this guy, I really do. Like, he's so annoying to fight. He's so athletic, mostly, you know what I mean? And I think that irritates me. It's just like, how are you so athletic? I'm trying to shoot your backpack and you're so fast at like swinging around. I should have had him killed a long time ago, but whatever. So yeah, I finally determined, like, once I turned off aim assist, certain weapons became easier to use. The D50 was sort of on the bottom of my list. Now it's on the top of my list of weapons all time, you know? And that's because they were using aim assist to make it more difficult. That weapon more difficult. I was like, and I just felt like that's sort of cheap programming. This is a great pistol, by the way. It's a lot lighter, a lot faster. So if you miss a few shots, you're okay. Fucking up. Come on, dude. I'm gonna do it right into that foam, aren't I? Yep. My bad. God damn it. Get off of me with that shit. That was my bad. Dove right into the foam. Alright, let's get our damage back. Is that a double kill? It was. So that's the cool thing about the TAC 50, right? You can shoot through weak points, which allow you to kill 2 targets with the same bullet. That's the best DPS in the game. Is it not? 2 targets with a single bullet. Is there better? Maybe. So like, you know, you can do so much with so many different builds and you'll still be able to do everything that you see here. You know, that's what I'm trying to demonstrate here. And so open up your builds, throw on more handling, throw on more armor, you know, throw on more armor on kill, bonus armor, things that help you play into going faster. That's what you're after here. Oh, damn. She whacked me hard. Where's my... What is he doing in that hallway? Yeah, EF3, you're right about their movement speeds. I mean, good point, because I'm pretty sure these guys are huffing. They're huffing the nitro, man. They're huffing. What I hate is how they seem to like gain, they actually get even faster when they're taking damage. It's like, why can't we be that fast, right? So that last shot was a good demonstration of this pistol too. It does better at range than the D50 and all the other ones. Like, you can take longer shots with this one.
Guarding location nearby.
Plenty left. There it is. So yeah, that's a Desero. So it's on the lower side for damage, but again, the RPMs is actually a big benefit, especially if you're not great with landing headshots, because then you can get that second or third shot out there real quickly before they get you. So that's a benefit of the Deseros, and it's still strong enough to do the job of one-shotting everybody. It's not bad. So tip of spear with any of these pistols are gonna be fun. So that's the Deseros, and then let's go ahead and try the Police Magnum. This used to be my go-to. And I'm running the same talent on it. Again, I always go preservation on these stronger builds because I don't need anything else, basically. So let's move this to stability. Go sort of max stability there. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, yeah, so let me show you a pistol in case you didn't miss that one. Sorry, I went through that one quickly. So the Deseros, okay, so the Deseros is what I just ran. It's the one on the left. Really good gun. So I actually learned about this gun in one of the Reanimated events, because I used to always run the Magnum outside of these. I used to always run the Magnum. And then we got a Desero, so I was like, I'll try it, and then I fell in love. So the 20 RPM on it that it has, that advantage, is a big deal. On a pistol, that doesn't sound like a lot of RPM, but it's actually a lot. That's the difference between life and death. And everything else is basically the same. And so I'm gonna run the Magnum next, but yeah, the Deseros is an absolute great alternative. Now, when you're not running this event, it still does the job, right? It's just not as strong. So there are times where like you maybe don't get that one shot, one kill. There are those times where it's just like, oh, not everything lines up, but for the most part, it does the job. Clean this stuff up real quick. Let's go on to the next. Smurf. Right on. All kinds of armor on kill. Yeah, shotguns are a little more forgiving, guys. So in the order of ease, I gotta say, like, with these headshot builds, probably the shotgun is the easiest, and then the pistol, and then the 1886 rifle, and then the snipers. Now, the reason why the snipers can be a little bit more difficult is because they'll go in cover when you scope in on these fools, right? So now we're running the Magnum. Tons of fun. This plays a lot like the Deseros. It's just not as fast and a little bit stronger.
We've got a casualty. Screw you, agent!
And the boss is who's hiding. Oh, she looks like it's gonna take one more shot on her today. That must not have been a headshot. Should have one-shotted her. There it is.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Agent in need of backup.
Need more range.
God damn it.
Fucking rat.
God damn it.
One more shot and I'm a goner.
What I was trying to do is get my buff. I mean, we don't absolutely need it, but it's just a good idea. There it is. You never know who you're gonna come up against, right? Might need it then. Try to keep it propped.
Securing the position.
This used to be my favorite pistol in the game. I used to like this one. Outside of the Regulus, of course.
Engaging.
Handles well. It's got the damage you need. Allows you to put that armor on kill. Good range on it too.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
That's what we want to hear.
Sometimes Ragers blocks that kill too. Like he should have been dead. Yeah, ladies and gents, and there is your Magnum with tip of spear. Totally, yeah. Derek Jones, what's up? Boss Hog pistol. Quiet Doom. Let's go open up that cache real quick.
Supply room access unlocked.
So far, just a rundown, we've seen shotguns. We ran the KSG shotgun, we ran the 1886, we ran the White Death. We haven't done major sniping though. We haven't done major sniping, and that is actually a really good way to play this event. You go even faster. The reason why is because you don't have to chase them down as much. You just kind of take them all down from a single location, and that's why it's so efficient. Also, if it's difficult for you to run and gun and stay on your feet, then that's the way to go. We ran a Regulus. We didn't run. We ran the D50, the Deseros, and the Police Magnum, but we haven't done the Liberty. But it's sort of the same thing as it's the same thing as the D50. Just you got more damage and no healing out of it. So I really do prefer the D50 because you got preservation. So I think the takeaway here is try preservation for all the heals that you need. Because notice we have no heals on the build except for the 3% armor regen, which really isn't enough. So you need that 20% armor on kill from your pistol or whatever other weapon to keep going as quickly as you saw me going. So I think that's the takeaway, is that you know, that opens up your build by running that talent. Okay, so on to the next one. If you guys are down, I hope you don't mind me going so quickly from build to build, but. Again, I want you guys to be able to be as efficient as possible with this final global event. So let's reset these. And remember, we're running all directives. And the other takeaway is lots of armor and handling. Do it, do it, do it. You know what I mean? You don't need regen. You don't even really need any more armor on kill. I mean, it depends on what build actually you're running, of course. But, you know, 20% armor on kill seems to be enough. However you're getting it, whether you're running Hunter's Fury or Preservation or some other way, 2-piece Spellstone and a 511 gloves or whatever. However you're getting your armor on kill, 20% armor on kill is sufficient. So once you get that threshold, that's going to get you out of cover. Now you need some bonus armor so you can take damage. So there's that. And the Memento will handle all of that for you, and so you can just load up on armor cores. Now, do you have to have bonus armor? No, you could just use a shield like the firewall shield. You could do that, which is really viable. But for me, it slows me down, and since we don't need it, I don't need it. You know what I mean? I don't need it, but it will give you more damage also, right? So, but if you need it, use it. And then the result, we also have the bulwark option where you could throw on a bulwark shield. Just that easy, guys. If you're having a hard time, just throw on the bulwark shield. All right, now you're gonna have to fix your directives. So the reason why I'm not running this is because I'm running all 5 directives. So shield doesn't make sense because of my directives. But if you're having a hard time landing your headshots, the bulwark shield is gonna buy you time. And then you can also run a riot foam also. So you can hit them with the riot foam, stand behind the bulwark shield, shoot them in the head, they all die, right? So you can do that, and you're gonna have a very strong shield because of all the armor you run. Now the only thing is you're gonna have to fix your directives. You're gonna have to go, you can't have scavenge skills if you're gonna be using your shield, right? So we're gonna showcase that, actually. Let's do that now. We're gonna remix the build. So let's take off. We're gonna take off tip of spear. Just put back on punch drunk, all right? And then we're gonna take off the Memento. That's right. Now, I'd still run the Memento. The reality is, but I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you an alternate build here. So we're going to take off the Memento. We're going to run a walker, double walker. Okay. So instead, we're getting that damage to armor. Now I'm going to put back on the contractor's gloves to get even more damage to armor. So this build is going to get crazy strong. All right, we're still gonna run armor because we want a strong shield. So I'm gonna run the foxes with headshot damage. And then for the holster, you know, I guess this would be a good use case for the, I mean, Providence would be one way to go, but you can run the Dodge City holster here. The truth is though, it's probably still not the best option because we're gonna be using the pistol as our primary. And so the Dodge City holster is best if your pistol is a secondary most of the time. So I'd rather run Providence there. So, and then we're gonna load up on headshot damage. Now you can still use the Dodge City holster even if your primary weapon is going to be the pistol. It's just that, you know, you got to land that shot, right? And then you're not going to see it again until your next control point. So there we go. Just a little bit of armor. Now the bulwark shield. So we got to take off our that one directive, right? So change global directives. We need to remove scavenge skills. All right. And then there we go. Apply that change. And that's because we're going to be using the shield. So you saw this build. I demonstrated this build before. So we're going to put the riot foam actually on the right. And then we're going to put the bulwark shield on our left in a second. Claws out. Yeah, you could. You could use claws out. You know, you get the skill damage. You get more pistol damage. But we don't really need it. But you totally could. So what are we going to do? The shield. So the bulwark shield. This is for if you're new to headshots or you're like not super proficient with them, like one shot, one kill builds, this is the one you want. All right. So we will do actually deflector, shield health, and then shield health is fine. Cool. Now you can still run a memento. I'm just not, just for demonstration purposes. So the bulwark shield is going to protect your vigilance for the most part, and then for the pistol I'll go and run the D50. Actually, you know what, we're gonna run the Liberty. This is a good Liberty one because the Liberty one's gonna heal your shield, right? Now I'm gonna take off this one we run technician, so we're gonna take off sharpshooter. So let's respec element. We're gonna put on pistols, right? And then we got what is this? Is that a shotgun? Yeah, shotgun. Good. And then is that rifle? Okay. What other gun do I want there? I guess rifle's okay. That's fine. So, and then we're gonna activate technician. So technician is giving us another skill tier. Okay, and the reason why we want another skill tier is because we're using the riot foam. So we got ensnare duration. And then we got ammo. So this is going to be great if you guys are have a hard time hitting headshots, and you're just going to be able to. This is buying you shit tons of time. Now the reality is, I'd actually run more armor on this. Let's see if I can do that. How do I do that? I should have another chest piece with armor on it. Actually, another walker. Let's find it. Let's put on more armor. More armor is going to make your shield strong. So, might be on my other character, so we might not be able to, but I'm just gonna check here real quick. Yeah, it is on my other character. That's all right. Can the mask be rolled? Yeah, we already got the mask, so we've got all the armor I think we can handle. I mean, I can run this one. We'll lose 10% headshot damage. Where's that put us? Pistol wise, 230. Let's try that. All right, cool. All right, super fun. So this one is actually really fun. I was surprised that I liked it as much as I did. We created this about probably about 4 weeks ago originally. Yeah, I can't remember what we were doing, but There's a lot of synergies here. So the thing is that the Liberty heals your shield, right? So the Liberty, so we're gonna be going for nothing but headshots, but inadvertently we're gonna accidentally land a few body shots. And then when you hit the head, it clears those to heal your shield. So we're probably gonna be throwing 10% heals to our shield constantly, right? And then the shield protects vigilance. We got riot foam to hold the enemies in place. It's actually really easy to switch between riot foam and your pistol. I thought it'd be cumbersome, but it's not. Alex Greeley hitting us up from the East Coast. What up, brother? I hope you're having a beautiful day and getting ready to play this event. So pop your shield. Easy, right? So the D50 is very strong. Let's go ahead and hit this up. So we got a guy coming up. Oops. So the only thing, oh, I forgot about the green juice. So the only thing you got to be aware of is that when you're standing in that green juice, it can damage your shield, right? So we just stood his ass up. So the fix around that is to make sure you drop your shield as quickly as possible. Forgot about that. That's gonna be an issue.
Assistance needed.
Who's that fucking turret over there, man? I mean, I think I'd rather go with the fucking Memento because of what I'm seeing here. To be honest with you. Kill myself.
Vital signs 0.
Do you understand why? So every time you grab the Memento, you'd be picking up bonus armor. So when you're getting shot in the back, which is what was happening there by that very annoying turret, by the way. You know what I mean? You'd have the bonus armor to protect you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out of this. This is not worth it. Again, Memento, worth it. Bonus armor on kill. Plus, we're going to pick up 30% skill efficiency, and we picked up an armor core. The Memento always fucking wins. God damn it. All right, let's kill somebody. See how we're getting shot in the back right there? So, you know. So that's what the shield does. The shield buys you time, right? So you're like, there's somebody in front of you or a big horde of enemies. So if you're not great at headshots, this is a lot more forgiving of a build. You got the time to deal with that. Now, the only issue is that green stuff, like I said, so you're gonna have to get out of that cloud as fast as possible. See how we killed that enemy with the foam? So the foam picks up the headshot stacks. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it does. So you can riot foam somebody to death really easily because it transfers the headshot stacks to them. One shot at the boss with this one, 19 million. It's 1.5 million armor. So just like anything, shield in, shield out. Don't overly rely on your shield. It could be too slow. And again, you want to go fast, so shield in, shield out. Let's get some. I want some. I want some. 18 million. And you don't always need to riot foam, so you don't need to over rely on it, you know. And after a while, remember your bonus armor is your shield, so you don't always need the bulwark. So if you're stacking on that bonus armor, if you're on a roll, if you're on a hot streak, then you get to run without your shield for a little bit. And that's what I love about the Riot Foam, because they love to do annoying things like you go up, they go down, you go down, they go up. And the Riot Foam is just like, kind of gets rid of the hubba bubba, right? You know, you just...
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Sucker. There it is. It's a fun build. Oh, it's kind of funny. It's kind of a funny one to me. I don't know why. Yeah, because this is like, they're so helpless. You right from them and then one shot them and it's just a game over, you know? The D50 is so strong. And we don't have any armor on kill on this one. Keep that in mind. But the armor regen's just enough because you got this bulwark shield, you know, protect you. And then that green shit's healing you too. And so the only thing, again, the only nuance is just don't stand in that green cloud with your shield up. Drop your shield, get out of it. You know, play about 10 feet back. You know, if there's a lot of green stuff, a lot of enemies, then you're just gonna kind of back up a little bit and you can still hold your shield up that way. But yeah, so I definitely recommend this one. Even if you are good with headshots, it's just a lot of fun to, you know, I think it might speed up your game because you're holding the enemies still that are otherwise kind of running and doing stupid stuff, you know? Like, okay, so let's head back to the White House. That was that build. Reset the control points. Yeah, so I use the bumpers for my chems, for my skills. Does this build work on solo legendary? Good question. I don't know if I've never tried it. The answer is probably yes. If you're weary of your explosions. You know what I mean? So, because it's not much different than a Hunter's Fury. So the Hunter's Fury Regulus build is, which is also the Blitz build is what I call it. That one people do legendary speed runs with it. And some of them even do solo legendary speed runs or solo legendary runs with it. And so all it is the 4-piece Hunter's Fury with Headhunter, and then they're using the Regulus. So this is not much different. It's putting out very similar damage values. Again, you'd have to lower your armor though, right? But the only thing about legendaries, it's the explosions and you'd be staggered a lot. So that would be the caveat, but everything else is like, you know, we got best in slot pieces here, right? The mask and all of this. And then of course, when you get your mementos up, but I don't know. For me, shields and legendary is a little painful. And now you see me using legendary shields, but that's only on assault rifle builds or builds where I can get that right hand view. So it's not really a shield build, but shields and legendary are painful only because you get hit by a grenade and it's just like these shields break really easy. Even the bulwark, you know. So I have my doubts, but it is possible. Okay, so switching back over to sharpshooter. So we're gonna make sure we got our sniper here, good. Then we got our pistol here, good. All right, and then let's activate that. Now we're gonna run the Mantis, which means we're gonna have to get rid of the Liberty. So D50, Mantis. I'm gonna show you why the Mantis is actually my favorite build for this event. And now we're gonna run aces. I run 3 pieces of aces with mine. can go 4 pieces. I just don't
Backup request.
find a lot of value in that 4th piece. It's a little more inconsistent, and I'd rather have I'd rather have consistent damage. So I don't with my aces builds. I don't run any armor. Now you can, totally can. It's just that this one I'm not really running and gunning with it. I'm sort of playing from cover more. And so, you know what? I'll go ahead and run 4 pieces of aces just because we can. By doing that, I can actually add armor just to show you that you can. And then Walker chest. Then we run headshot damage here. And I'll go ahead and keep the Memento. You don't have to run the Memento. But it's definitely a viable option. So I'm going to add armor cores on my holster and my knees, because again, the event is you're overpowered in this event. And then I think that's it. So there we go. So 4 pieces of aces with the Memento, and then I got the Walker chest piece still with weapon handling. So and now the benefit of it's all about the Mantis is extremely fast, but it gives you unlimited decoys. And so we're going to change our skills here to play into that. So that's going to allow us to get more shots out and to go even faster. And then I take the fixer drone with this one. Here we go. And then we're going to add on that global directive. So scavenge skills back. We're going to confirm that. And then we're going to fast travel. What up, Blake? A top 10 headshot build live stream. I could. It probably wouldn't be until like Thursday though. Okay, that's a good idea though. It'd be fun. So let's see here. Not to number fantasy. So just reading through comments here real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Simon Taylor. I'm not sure which build you were talking about, but that last build I was running the D50. So there's no Regulus. No Regulus. I don't know if you caught that. The last build was was actually the Liberty, but I'm not sure which build you were referring to. But I think you asked that question when I was running that Liberty build with the shield. None of these builds I've showed that. So just so you to answer the question globally, Simon, all of these builds I've been showing that you don't need the Regulus whatsoever. All of them are working without the Regulus. All of them. Okay, guys. So this is the build. I think, in my opinion, this is the most efficient build for this event. All right. I really think that. So let's find our target that we want to execute, which is gonna be this guy. So that kicks off our talent. So from this single position, I'm gonna throw out that bad boy. And we got guys might come in from behind us, so we gotta watch out for that.
Reinforcements en route. Let's see you run now.
I mean, you're just this cold-hearted assassin with this build. When you do, you can get that fucking decoy up. $34 million. Who's behind me? What the fuck am I taking damage from? Where? Are you kidding me? Fuck you. Are you kidding me? There's a guy way the fuck out there. Let me kill myself. God damn it. Oh, the Hunter's Fury speedrun one? I see, Simon. Pretty much, yeah. Because the idea with the Hunter's Fury speed running is it's all about the Regulus. Actually, it really is, because they're blowing up whole groups of enemies so that they don't have to deal with them, and that's how it becomes so fast. This gunner in the back here is really annoying me. Oh, I'm really annoyed right now. Oh, look at him. He's just smart as fuck. You know what I mean? Look at him. He knows exactly where I am. I'm gonna spend all my ammo on him. There we go. There we go. Get back in our groove, you know what I mean? It's really about the decoys though, guys. That's the magic in this build, so don't ignore your limited decoys. Oh, how did I miss you? He's a boss. Oh, he hesitated. Now he's doing acrobats. Let's get that up there. We're not fully proc, so keep that in mind. I haven't gotten any trophies yet, so as soon as we get those, we'll be at full buff. We're obviously okay without him, but so you know. There it is. But do you see why I don't like? I don't know if you catch the aces, why it's not good with the sniper builds. Because it's sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not, and so it's just you're not always hitting at your hardest. And when you only got one bullet and you need that bullet to count, which is how a headhunter build works, look at it this way: with every shot needs to count, right? You only got one shot and it needs to count. One shot, one kill, right? So if you don't have that hitting at its hardest, and then you don't kill, which happens, you won't kill sometimes, you know, and you're like, damn it, and then you'll lose your buff or your chance at the buff, or you're dead sometimes. And definitely switch out to your pistol or rifle or whatever your backup is if you need it. If somebody's in your face. Get that decoy out there so you can get shots out. Otherwise they pin you down, and that's the biggest benefit of this build. When we think about it, we have the directive on the scavenge skills, and we have unlimited skills anyways. This guy is just gonna be all over the place with me. Got him, 33 million. And so now we're at max damage, but now we don't need it. You need it to proc your talent on your chest, not after the fact, and that's the problem with it. It's like a lot of times it's just really not there for you. So I normally run, like with my sniper build, I actually normally run the Sawyer's knee pads, and I actually run vigilance on the backpack, like on a Providence backpack. And that's because I'm always playing for cover like this. So I mean, I really don't need any bonus armor. Definitely not going for my trophies. But when I do it, but the Memento's great, you know, because at least you get the regen and you get the 30% consistent weapon damage that never goes away. That's helpful. Chicken shit. All right, she's gonna be a baby. God damn it. There it is. So that time we got the buff. Things lined up. Boss down, one shot. Not hard to do with any sniper build. 32 million. There you go. Should be everybody. Maybe one more. Yeah. There it is. So we're just getting warmed up on that one. So I think it took a little longer for me to get into it, but really is the fastest of them all. No, because the bullet is doing all the chasing instead of you running. Oh, appreciate that, Baseball 19. I know you got my back. No worries. Don't sweat it. No expectations, guys. Awesome. Just the words themselves are more valuable than any dollar could go. Okay, so I'm gonna run this one more control point, just because I was just getting warmed up and I want to grab some trophies with it too. Let's get loaded up here. But so as you can see, that's really cool, right? Don't you guys think the unlimited decoys, even with the all directives? So we've unlocked 4 rewards off the rewards track. So 4 out of 10, right? There's 10 rewards, I think there. Grumpy doesn't use aces. You're old school. Also, when you're in cover, you get ammo too from sharpshooter. Sharpshooter gives you marksman rifle ammo when in cover. It's not a ton, but it's enough to get you through this. But as long as you're not missing a lot of shots, just fine. All you need is 50 bullets, right? 50 bullets to clear a control point. Maybe 51. Yeah, it's a really easy build to put together, guys. Like, if you don't have the armor pieces, don't sweat it, all right? The armor, you don't need armor on this build. I'm putting it just to show you can. But the reason why you don't need it is because, you know, we're just hanging out in the cover. We're hanging out from a single spot, so. And that's why it's fast. Again, that's why it's fast. You can hang out, you can stay out of cover. I'm sorry, you can kill the whole control point from a single spot or a single piece of cover, and then you can stay out of cover because of the decoys. That's what I was gonna say. So the decoys allow you to stay out of cover. So let's find a nice comfy place. Let's play a little deeper than usual. Now the cool thing with the Mantis too is actually it's sort of an inside sniper, so you can play.
Reinforcements incoming.
So I use the TAC 50 to kick things off if I got the bullets, which you should. Oops, and I just wasted it. This purple guy over here. Oh, what? Decoy just got stuck on the fucking dumb thing. Get a better spot.
Agent in need of backup.
We threaded that needle right there, didn't we? Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, fucking grenade.
Medical assistance needed.
We're getting sassy. Had to get out of cover for a second there, huh? I think we're getting another group from behind us. Ugh. But not too many shots. You should kill him in one, you know? There's a boss. Oh, we didn't get him. There he is.
Get ready to die.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Moving up on the flag. I'll keep watch. Bring it into place.
This one's catching on. She's like, I think there's a sniper out there. Oh, that landed.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Oh. Damn it. Getting slippery. Boss down. 35, almost 36 million. About average. Oh, you lucky bastard. But do you see the meter? See the aces meter there on the damage potential? So you're not always at full. I mean, we were doing the job with this event. With this event, it's not a problem. It doesn't matter. But without this event, some of those shots wouldn't have been kill shots, you know? That's the 4-piece aces. Now with 3-piece aces, it would. It is. You get more consistent high damage, where 4-piece aces, I actually don't get as much damage with 4-piece aces as I do with 3. I actually get more damage off of 3-piece aces. I run it with usually Sawyer's knee pads, even though I move a lot. I do move a lot. But yeah, you could run Foxes too. Good call on that. Okay, so what others do we got here? It is Nemesis time. So benefit drops with the Nemesis. So major drop. Okay, so like, do you want to run the Nemesis? I don't know, guys. You know, you can see how strong you are in this event. So do you need the power of the Nemesis, where the Nemesis's only strength is power? It's not speed. It's not resetting decoys. It's not giving you armor, right? Let's go give it a whirl real quick. I mean, you're still gonna one shot, one kill, but then the Mantis was strong enough to do all of that, right? So I'm not sure. So even like, I could add more armor, but even with the Mantis, we would have been fine with more armor. It's just you didn't need it because you play him for cover so much, right? And now I gotta say, with the Nemesis, you actually need it. You actually need some sort of armor on kill. Like, I would probably change a lot on this build if I was really gonna run the Nemesis, because you don't have the benefit of the decoy. So you start, there's two things that happen without the decoy. One is you start taking more damage because they see you. Duh. The other one is you start suppressing them because they notice you're scoping on them, and so they start going in cover and playing from cover and all that shit, and they never come out of cover, you know, that kind of thing, and you get really annoyed and you're like, ah. And so with the decoy, pulls them out of cover, right? So there's a lot of reasons why so who do we got as a target here? So riot foam guys are annoying, but turret guys are the worst because their turrets, well, there's 24 million. So remember, running all directives, so we got the decoy, but 77 million unnecessary. 77 million again. 63 million. 26 million. 57 million. 82 million. There's a record for the day. 85 million. New record. New world record, ladies and gents. Solo shot, 85 million. Not world record, but for the day. New daily world record. You see what I'm saying? See how I'm taking damage? They see me. They see me. You know what I mean? Like, that's because we don't have decoys, right? So I just lost my headhunter buff because of that. Because of the bounce from his shot on my body. $81 million.
Civilians in danger. Hostiles detected.
Want that? See what we can do to that boss, huh? 31 million on the boss. But take out that medic. He's trouble. Got him. Oh, come on. Come on. There it is. Oof, that was fucking close. So notice I'm playing a little deeper, right? So that's, I'm playing into the Nemesis. The Nemesis needs you to roll a little deeper.
Civilians in distress.
Boss down. Two-shotted him. $79 million. 82 million. So all very possible, but I did have to compensate. So I did have to adjust my playing style for the Nemesis. I had to play way deeper, you know, and thank God for the Memento. I got to say the Memento is what allowed me to go there, because without the Mementos regenerating me just enough to keep fighting. And if I wasn't running the Memento, I would have been, hey, look, an exotic. I would have had to heal up a lot, right? So this is what we got. Is it the Pestilence? It's a blue screen. All right, boo. I don't need another one. I don't need anything. So, all right.
Reinforcements en route.
Well, San Lorenzo, the White Death. So if you're gonna play deep like that, you're actually better with the White Death. I don't know if you knew that. The White Death is the strongest, has the best optimal range. The White Death, the Nemesis can't even achieve White Death values, because the White Death can reach 100 meters. The Nemesis drops off at about 85. Fuck. This guy's gonna annoy the fuck out of me, isn't he? See, come on, dude. Hey. Oh, you lucky. Guy's changing his mind back there, huh?
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Oh, I missed it. Fuck.
I think I hit them.
85. I think our top is like almost 89. Is that right for today? $86. Here's the boss. Got him. 83 on the boss. 86 on crit was our high. Right before that, there's his homie. So that's the Nemesis. So does the job. A lot of that was luck. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of that was luck. It actually looked like I was better with that than I was with the Mantis. But the reality is I'm way better with my Mantis. The Mantis is faster. I was on a roll with this one today. That was fun though. That was actually pretty fun. I like the Nemesis for this one reason, okay? It's a challenge. That's really the only reason why. Like the Mantis is actually way more, brings a lot more utility, right? So, but the Nemesis, you have to charge it up, you know, and acquire that shot, and it kind of, and it dims your view, you know, that focus, which is actually, I think it makes it harder. I don't know if it's supposed to make it easier or harder, but for me, it makes it harder. But So I think it's sort of a challenge weapon. So I like it for me, just kind of poses a challenge. And I literally, when I run these with these builds, my goal is to land 100% headshot to kills. I don't care if I miss a shot, but I want every kill to be a headshot kill. Okay, so now let's swap over to our White Death, because that was a good conversation actually we were having there a second ago, which is, let's put back on the our high scope. So this one's got let's compare this with the Nemesis. Look at the damage drop off. Nemesis on the left. All right. Do you see the damage drop off difference? So the white line is the White Death, and the Nemesis doesn't reach 100 meters. The White Death does. And so when you run optimal range on the White Death, it gets even better. But so let's go. Yeah. And the Nemesis, you don't need the Nemesis for this. Actually, there's not a reason to run the Nemesis with this event. Even if you run 100%, even if you went to 1.8 million armor, you still don't need the Nemesis. So I think we showed that with the Tip of Spear build, right? So let's reset real quick. We're gonna run. We're now gonna go for Ranger, exactly in San Lorenzo. Like if you put Ranger and play from 100 meters, literally, it's really fun. Like as a challenge. If you're into challenging yourself to get those long shots, it's really fun. Your targets get a lot smaller. You need a lot steadier hand. Did anybody check out that build that I put out, that build video that I put out this morning? A nice short video. I can drop a link here in case you missed it. It was crazy bonus armor. I mean, we were pushing way over 3.4 million in armor. I'm wondering, is there? We did show the White Death, but we're now about to feature the White Death, Norman Brooks. So there's that. There's I just dropped a link to the build video that I launched this morning. Redonkulous, huh, Grumpy? Redonkulous. So the fastest bolt reload is probably gonna be the Mantis, isn't it? So there's 3 seconds on this one. The Mantis is 2.5 seconds. What is this one? 2.4. Oh, it's actually the Nemesis got a faster reload. I didn't realize that. But this one we could possibly make faster. Can we make it faster? No, we can't. So it might be the Nemesis actually, but barely. I don't have a full variety in here. The other one that I really like, guys, is the M44s. So here's a nice setup. So try for the M44. So you got the custom M44, which is the second best sniper at range. So first is the White Death, and then it's the M44s, the hunting M44 and the custom M44. Those are really good ones. Okay, so take a look at this one. So the White Death is on the left. They're both White Deaths, but I got optimal range on this one, and look at that optimal range, right? And so if we drop in another 20%, if you get, you don't want to run the scope, but you can get it way up there, right? So let's do reload speed and get accuracy actually. And then, oh, you don't want this scope. You need a magnification scope if you're going for long shots. So we're gonna go for long shots. So I got Ranger. So what's cool about Ranger is it actually tells the distance of your target. So that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna put that on. So we're gonna get rid of our armor on kill, and that's okay because we don't need it. I'll go put the Dread Edict as my backup here, and that's fine right there. It's a good setup. Okay. So Ranger, if you didn't know, gives you 2% amplified damage for every 5 meters that you are away from your target. So the max shot is 100 meters, right? So 5 goes in 120 times. So 20 times 2 is 40% amplified damage. Wow, right? On top of what this set can give you, on top of what this backpack can give you. So now let's go try that. So for long shots, we want to play with one of these open field areas. So there's probably a faster reloaded bolt, but I don't have a full set on me, so I don't know. Like the non-exotic Mantis, whatever that one's called, that might be that. There's the SRS or whatever it's called. There's quite a few that I don't have anymore. I did collect all of them at one point, but I don't know. It stumped me. Yeah, Viking golfer. So what Viking is saying, he's running the initial build, which is I call the Cowboy build, and which has the 1886, the White Death, the Regulus, and then you got your TAC 50. That's one of my favorite builds for this event because it's really versatile, right? You're lethal at all ranges, and when you need the scope, you got that TAC 50, and or the White Death. And then otherwise, the 1886 is very forgiving. So we're gonna play nice and deep. Okay, give me a quick second, guys. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, we got the digital scope alley. For sure, that's the one we want. It's actually the best scope, I think, out of all of them. I like it better than the Nemesis scope. The Nemesis is similar, right? But, let's get rid of these guys real quick. So that's the Dread Edict right there, in case you're wondering. It's actually a pretty cool gun. There's always a fight going on behind me. It's annoying. Okay, so what do we got here? The White Death, our objective is to go for the farthest shot. See the little meter in the left? So when you pick a target, it's going to tell you the distance. So there's 57 meters. Of course, now they all see me. So target at 76. He's gonna try to flank us. Gotta get used to the White Death. Hold on. They all handle just a little bit differently. Alright. 61 meters. It's not that hard. 76. All right, that's a good guy. Oh, these guys, huh? Oh. Hey, where's this guy at? 62. Let's go deeper. $99, perfect. There it is. He's dead. 99 meters. That's the longest shot in the game. Right there. So that's the digital scope right there. $96 meters right there. Got it. There's no point to this, just for fun. There's no trophies, or not that I'm aware of. 97 meters. Got it. Just for fun. I do this just for fun. And again, the Nemesis can't achieve those distances, so this is the one you want for deep shots. Oh, we had it for a second. I let it go. Where'd it go? Fuck. I think I disappeared into the mist for sure. 98. Right on the dome. It's a good shot right there. Sorry, I like this. It's kind of a game for me. It's a game inside the game. 79. I don't know if that was a headshot or not. What do we got back there? So this is what's just cool is it's like you're using distance to get the amp damage to get you the power, right? So she's too deep. She's beyond 100, so I can't kill. So if you don't get a number, that means they're beyond 100 meters. So let's see here. 90. Ooh, not a kill shot. Wait, you guys saw that, right? So she blind fired and hit me at 90 meters. Does anybody else think that's ridiculous? I'm behind the cover. She blind fired and hit me. That's the bullshit in this game. I'm sorry. That's just bullshit. You know? I'm all down for a difficult target, and I'm all down for them to have really good aim too. But to hit me at 90 meters while blind firing from cover is fucking ridiculous. Unnecessary. Unnecessary. The game doesn't need that. We don't need that in this game, you know? It's not making the game cooler. It's not making the game even more challenging, you know what I mean? It's just bringing it to a ridiculous level. It's more of a frustration, right? Like, it happens to all of us all the time, but if you really pay attention to some of that shit, it's just like, wait a second, really? Did that just happen? Let's get some trophies. So we were doing all that without trophies, of course, so you can have more damage. Some of those shots, there was that one where I didn't kill her. That would have been a kill shot if we were running a trophy. If we had full trophies, I mean. Yeah, those turrets are long-range beasts too. Trying to get his weak point there, which is impossible, apparently. Got it. Crack that helmet. It'll probably take forever. This guy's got quite the helmet. How many sniper rounds does it take to crack this guy's helmet? Now, a lot of those are misses right there, but He shouldn't have explosives. I blew him up. Right? And he's still launching? Or maybe I didn't blow him up. I swear I did. I mean, his armor's down. Oh, we got this guy back here shooting at me still. There it is. What is that back there? Fucking turret? Jesus. You could obviously go for body shots, but I'm being adamant here. Yeah, I do like this White Death. It's really fun, but I do admit, like, mostly I use it with no scope. So I guess I'm really extreme with the White Death. I either play it all the way in or all the way out.
Reinforcements incoming. Incoming hostiles detected.
Here they are.
Agent in need of backup.
Oh, they're getting lucky. Sniping is fun and rewarding in this game all at the same time. That's where all the XP comes from, for me. Then you get the direct is on and it just loads up for you. There's only one disadvantage, and that, like, none of these headshots count for your achievements, your progression, which sucks. It sucks. I'm really disappointed about that you don't get that counted towards your progression.
Detected.
Boss town. Got her. 37 million, almost 38. Plenty. 38 million.
Hostile supply convoy nearby.
Do we get rogues with these events? I don't remember.
Supply room access unlocked.
Be in a bad spot here.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Come on, buddy. Got places to be.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Oh my god. This guy. Got a guardian angel. There it is. Go a little extra XP at the end there. Don't forget to donate resources if you have extra resources to donate to the supply or to the control point captains, whatever you call them. Another way to boost it up if you're really into that. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, no, we can't change your mind. Dispatch, that's the... And pistol, I would add. And rifle. I mean, pistol mostly. But on the 1886 too. Like, yeah, we had that. Yeah, we were having that discussion earlier. I was like, there's not anything else I would rather run. The only one that obviously is the Mantis. The Mantis brings its value with that unlimited decoy. But I love the preservation. But also on pistols, I don't run anything else on pistols. Unless I'm running the Regulus. And then I think on the Regulus, I'm like, oh, I'd rather run, many times, I'd rather run preservation than Regulus. I love the explosions, but sometimes you know, your build needs that 20% armor on kill, and you're always going for headshots, like, yeah. There's a hunting M44, so this one I was talking about earlier. It's a great one for range. See, it's also got really good optimal range on it. So, and ooh, this one's got range. Ooh, that's a really good one, actually. Let me pick that one up. What's the reload? The reload time's slow on that, but great handling on it. Let me delete some. Yeah, we already tried the Nemesis. We ran the Nemesis. It was actually pretty killer, but the whole point of the Nemesis is you don't need it. But it was fun. But you don't need that damage on this event, right? Like, all right, so now we're gonna switch over to the Dread Edict. Next control point. There's whole SVDs, right? We'll spend a whole day on SVDs this week. Because SVDs are fun. They're a lot of fun and effective. They're both, right? So we, even the non-exotic SVD is really good. And then, like, running and gunning with the SVD is also a possibility, even more with this event. But we were running the run and gun SVD build, no scope SVD build without this event, and it was amazing. And so with this event, it's going to be even stronger. So we're going to feature that build. So that's, look forward to that. But so yeah, so the Dread Edict will pick up on this armor bonus here. Okay, so when you reload the Dread Edict, you get bonus armor. So that's going to help us stay out of cover and put out more shots. That's kind of the idea. So if you haven't run the Dread Edict, this is a good chance to dust it off, give it a good polish. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit like that. Come on, bud. Now you can run focus. You're probably even better off with focus here, but this is great. I mean, we're one-shotting everything, so what are you gonna do? It's got pretty good magnification on it too, so actually let's kill somebody first. Let's take out this. Oh, we missed that fucking shot. God damn it. Big ass fucking backpack, right? It's got faster acquisition target here. Also more forgiving, so if you're not great at headshots, try the Dread Edict, because if you miss a shot, you can pump out a couple of quick extra shots. But we're one shot and everything, so happy about that. Come on, get ahead. A little more stability issues though, isn't it? Not as stable as the other ones. See that? So I missed a couple shots. I just quickly whammed on that trigger and took care of that dude. Let's not try to catch on fire with that purple guy over there. You know she's got her fucking grenade locked on me. There you go.
Civilians in distress.
Oh, he was T-posing. Did you see the T-pose? You don't have to be as critical with this one, so you can spam the trigger. Just keep an eye on your ammo. So, because we're running the special directive that limits your ammo, and then the gun at the same time uses a lot of ammo with its RPMs. So you need those headshots to replenish your ammo, which is great. And at the same time, the event wants you to do that too. One shot kill everything, right? Here's the boss. And it looks like he's gonna take more than one shot. Now I'm just spamming the trigger like a lunatic. Yeah, but if you're not into one-shot snipers, or if you have a hard time with them, this is way easier, right? It's more forgiving. I mean, you're spending your life in scope either way, so. But look, it's raining trophies. So I'm gonna bust my thing so I can refresh it. Let's get some mementos. Yay, it's a memento party. All right. Yeah, this gun just makes things seem really very easy, doesn't it? Busted that backpack. Let's get Mr. Riot Foam. Nice Riot Foam, guys. A little deep for this rifle. There we go. That depth, you got to slow down. Yeah, I mean, again, 1.3 million armor, so don't need to go all red at this event. This is why it's my favorite event. I mean, just you're strong, they aren't. The end. You know what I mean? That's what we always wanted in the Division 2. You're strong, they're not. I mean, even if you're running, we're gonna run assault rifle builds too. Not today. But I'm going to run some assault rifle builds and show you that this event is even fun with assault rifle builds. So we're going to run some bighorns. We're going to run some... what's the other one? Eagle Bearer. And then we'll also go with some speed ones too that allow you to just rip apart people's heads. God, when you have to spam the trigger though, it can be a little bit annoying. Got him.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Actually, I really recommend this build. I mean, I've showcased this build before, so it's not like brand new, but it's highly effective. Like, I mean, I feel like I'm playing on normal mode. It's different than the Mantis. It's different than the Nemesis. It's way more forgiving, right? Somebody's still alive, apparently. There he is. But now it's felt really easy. And it will for you too. You know what I mean? Just again, the builds where you can just sit in one spot and clear the whole control point are extremely valuable, right?
Access.
And so you don't have to run armor, but what else are you gonna do? Go handling though. That's what you could do. You could pull off some headshot damage and put on more handling, and that means you're gonna miss fewer shots. You can get better reloads, etc. That's 2-second reload there, which isn't bad. But the Dread Edict, ladies and gents, very good weapon for this event. We'll be running more. We're gonna spend a whole day on SVDs. I'm sure of it. Alright, so let's see if we get anything cool here. So I hope you guys are out there having fun, man. I hope you guys are having fun. I know some of you are at work right now and you're not into this event, but remember, you know, I think so. Let me just kind of make sure I reiterate what I'm hoping to deliver as far as a message for the day. And one of those is play the shit out of this event. But you know, tell the wife, tell the kids, tell the husband, whatever, that you're busy all week and to not talk to you. Just kidding. But no, try to set aside some good, warn whoever you need to warn that you might be putting a few extra hours in your gaming this week so that you can take advantage of the last global event of the season, which happens to be, in my opinion, one of the funnest, most fun. You might not think that. You might like the Golden Bullet better, but I like this one better because for all the reasons that we discussed earlier, which at a high level, I'll just tell you right now is one, is that it encourages you to do, well, there's no downside to it, as you can see. There's no downside. The only downside is the enemies can get back up, possibly, right? But it's very rare that it happens if you're doing your job. And that means that it's all buffs to you and all debuffs to them, basically. And so that's what I really like about this event. So it makes you feel strong, which allows you to experiment more with your builds, allows you to put more weapon handling, more armor. So that's the demonstration that I wanted to do with all the builds that we did today. All of them ran high levels of armor. This is the least amount of armor we ran all day, right? So we ran 1.8, 1.7, 1.5, and 1.3. And so that's the least amount of armor we ran all day. We ran pistol builds, we ran shotguns, we ran the Cowboy 1886, we ran every sniper that made sense, and had a lot of fun. Regulus and then all the other pistols too. So we ran the Deseros, we ran the Police, we ran the Liberty, Regulus, and the D50. So we ran all of those pistols, every single one of them. They were absolutely amazing. We ran Hunter's Fury, we ran a build from scratch. We ran the one with Riot Foam and the big tanky shield. Lots. I invite you to please scrub back through this stream and pick the build that you like. Many of you that have been following my channel have seen some of these builds before, so they're not new to you. But yeah, these are your options. All really fun. But one of the cool things is don't go all red. You don't need to. You know, you're overpowered. Even with 1.5 million armor, you're way overpowered. So have some fun. Explore new builds. Go wacky with your builds. Go wacky, man. Put on yellows. You know, turn on some directives, just have some fun. And then, as we discussed, it's all about getting those red stars. Let's see how many we got at the end of the day. 21 red stars. So yeah, 21 red stars is a pretty good day. We're doing lots of experimenting, change of builds, lots of fast traveling back and forth, but that's good. 21 red stars is good. That's a good day. And then also we got the rewards track. Let's see where we've made. So we've cleared on our way through 6. So in a single day. So we got 10. So you're not going to claim any of these. So let these all close out with the event. So just leave them here. And when the event ends, they're all going to be pushed over to your mailbox, right? So I appreciate kicking it with me, guys. I will catch you later. Don't forget to watch that build video that I put out this morning. Give it a thumbs up, a comment, or whatever. That really helps me out. Helps me help you. All right, have some fun, guys. Catch you later.
Tuxedo out.